afternoon you could have done a lot of other things, but you're coming on a Saturday afternoon means this you are really wanted to be a web app developer, a website developer, whatever you say, you want to become that, and that is what we are going to help. The main thing of TWD is to make you a web app developer. So that is what we do, and we are going to teach all the things like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and we are going to give you those certificates. You can see our my LinkedIn profile also. We give a lot of certificates and all. But the main thing is that first we are going to tell you the 3 secrets to become a web app developer, and after that we are going to teach you all the things like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. All those things we are going to teach you. And regarding me, so you might have not seen me and all, and please keep joining. So one sec. Okay, please join first. Started. Please join first. I will tell everything here and what it is required. So, okay, let me see whether I'm live or not. Welcome all. Let me also join. Okay, so yeah, it seems to be live. So please join first. And so I am quite live. Yeah, so hello. So let some more people join, then we'll start. Okay, so still only 16 people joined. Let some more people start. And one more thing I will tell you, those who are joining, please watch this at 720p. We are streaming at 720p. Please watch this at 720p so that you can see all the codes and all those things easily, and that will be there. Yeah, good afternoon, and let me now share my screen. And hello all. Let me share my screen and tell a bit more about me, tell a bit more about what you need to do. See, most of you, I know most of you are not coming from the IT background. Most of you are coming from non-IT background, and a lot of you are coming from the Facebook ads or the Instagram ads, and you're not from IT background. I know that, most of you. So that is there. And who am I? So you might have not interacted with me a lot. You might have interacted with uh, two of my teachers like Mosam and someone else from there, from our TWD. So this is me, and actually we are live on LinkedIn also, but please do watch it on YouTube only. If someone is watching from LinkedIn, maybe I will tell them later on that watch it on YouTube only. Okay, so if you're watching on LinkedIn, you can come here and click here, and it will take to our YouTube channel. So just click here and it will take to my YouTube channel, and see this we are live here, and you can come here and you can watch it from here. So please watch it from the YouTube, not from the LinkedIn. So we are doing live, but then also. Okay, so about me, so I am helping people become web app developer for the past 1 year, and thankful to God, thankful to everyone. I'm able to help 200 people become a web app developer. Out of them, 20 for my own batch, and there are I do corporate training also. But before that, I was not a corporate trainer always. I was actually a developer. I was actually a developer, and my last job was an associate architect in a very big company. So you can go through my LinkedIn profile and you can see all these things. So from since September 2021, I am a full-time trainer and the founder of TWD, from which you will get your participation certificates also. Yeah, we are a registered company. We are a registered company, and we pay our GST and all. So everything is legal. Everything you will get like completely like GST with our certificate and all. Okay, so I have published some book also. You can see that later on my LinkedIn. So before becoming a full-time trainer, what I used to do, I used to be an associate architect in a Bangalore-based company, and associate architect are the top of the technical career you can go. So that was what I do. I have around 16 years of experience, and right now I also am into IT industry only, because I'm a trainer, but I'm an IT trainer, so I'm in the IT industry. So I cannot tell that I used to have 16 years of IT industry experience. Now I have some other experience. No, I have now also this experience. I do teach a lot of corporates. I was in Bangalore and Hyderabad some time back. I go to very big corporate companies, and I cannot tell the name, but I go in very big corporate companies, give the physical training also, take online training also. And at TWD, I'm not alone, we have other teachers also. So I have, but I'm the founder, I have started this company. So I have worked in almost every big company. Minds, I have worked in IBM, I have worked in L&T Infotech, I have worked in JP Morgan, a very big bank in the US. Then I have worked in Oracle also, and a lot of companies. I started my career in 2004. Okay, in Bangalore, I've started my career and worked in Mumbai, Bangalore, everywhere. So past 16 years, I was in metros only. Past 1 year back, I came back to my hometown, Bhopal, and we do take physical batches also. Okay, do take physical batches, of course, in Bhopal only. So we do take physical batches also. If you go through my LinkedIn profile, you'll see that we take physical batches also. Okay, so that is there. That is about me, and I know whatever is going in the industry. See, I have been in the industry for 16 years, and right now also you cannot say I'm out of the industry. I'm in the industry because I'm taking corporate training, so I know what the corporates require. So if someone will tell you, okay, you should learn PHP, you should learn Python, I am the right guy who can tell you that you should not learn PHP, why you should not learn Python, why you should not learn Java. All those things are like, you will not get a job. You learn all those things, you will not get a job, because I'm teaching in corporates also. I'm teaching everywhere. So, and I know what is required. And past 16 years, how the industry have moved, I know that thing. Okay, so again, if you want to know more about it, more about me, you can always do connect with me on Insta also. No, not Insta, LinkedIn. Maybe. Yes, so certificate is expected worldwide. Why will not it be expected worldwide? Because we are a registered company. Why it will not be accepted worldwide? Okay, so that if someone asks you, tell them. So why it will not be accepted? Okay, some people are watching on LinkedIn, so I will tell them. One sec, I will not it be expected worldwide. Okay, because so we are. So I will, one sec. Let me give them our. I'm going to teach. Hello. Uh, um, because see what happened in LinkedIn, I am not will able to give the attendance link. Okay, LinkedIn, please watch on YT. So this is the link. Please watch it on YT. Those are watching on LinkedIn, please watch on YT, YouTube. Okay, so that is there, and this is my company, and it will be accepted as well. Please do like and subscribe. Okay, that also I'm going to tell later. So one more thing, as I was telling, so the main aim is to make a lot of you a web app developer, and we are able to do create a lot of people like a web app developer. Okay, so. Um, so your screen as means what? I think I'm sharing my screen. So what does that mean? Screen as. Okay. So that is there, and okay. So I will tell about the attendance sheet also later on. Okay, attendance sheet. Okay, there will be attendance two times. Two times attendance will be there. One will be at 4:30 p.m. 3:30 p.m. IST, means another 20 minutes from now, and one will be around 5:45 p.m. Okay, so you have to fill both the attendance form to get the certificate, and certificate you will get by tomorrow evening, because we get a lot of people filling this attendance forms, and on more than 70-80 people fill this thing. So we don't have automated process. It take time to prepare those certificate and send it to your email IDs. Okay, so rest of the thing I will tell, and everything is clear. Okay, so one thing, art gallery, I'm going to tell it for the last time to everyone else. Okay, so YouTube, you go to YouTube. So I am not having I cannot say tell on a mobile. Okay, so right now, so you go on YouTube. So and what's name you will get on you will get your name on the certificate, whatever you fill. Okay, so you go on YouTube, and you'll not get this name, because you don't have to fill the attendance here. You will not get a mysterious world of coding on the certificate. Okay, so that is not like that. I don't know your name. I don't know your name. You are not going to get on the mysterious world of coding like those weird names. You are not going to get. Okay, so what I'm going to tell, you're going to go here, and someone is telling that it is not clear. Okay, it is not clear. So you have to go in the settings and make it at 720p. 720p you have to make it, and please figure it out on the mobile how you will make it, because mobile also you can do this thing. But right now I'm not on my mobile, so I cannot tell this thing how to do it on the mobile. Maybe I have to share the whole mobile screen, but I don't have my mobile created. Okay, so that is there. Please do it on 720p because we are broadcasting at 720p. Okay, so people are asking so much about certificate, so let me tell about the certificate how you will do. So all of you, I know, log in with all those mysterious kind of IDs and all. Okay, so that is there. You have to fill this attendance form. This is the attendance form. This is a Google attendance Google form. And what happens? This whenever you fill this thing, this will be, we'll get the every result. Okay, we'll get every result on a Google, and we believe in Google. It's the biggest company in the world. Okay, so we believe in them. So you have to fill your email ID in which you want your certificate. Please don't fill it wrong. Even one alphabet wrong, you will not get the certificate. But even if one alphabet is wrong, you can tell us, okay, that might be wrong. Like sometimes people do, instead of .com they do .cim. We take care of that much. So you have to fill your email. Then you have to give your name. You have to give your name. Okay, so Valur Rahman, I have already told, screen is very much clear. You have to spend some of the money to see the screen clear. You have to spend your 1.5 GB of geo data. Please watch it at 720p. Please don't watch it at 114p, in which the Google does it. Okay, so if I see, this is the mobile. Okay, so you go here. I will say I'll say it one more time. This is setting is there. You go click on the settings, or click on the settings, and then there is a quality. Quality you do. I cannot show more than it. Quality, and then go to advanced, and then do a 720p. Okay, then do a 720p. I cannot be more clear than that. Screen is clear. I hope you are seeing a live stream for the first time, so you don't understand those things. Please do watch it at 720p. It will be very much clear, because we take care of the highest possible thing which is there. Okay, so as I've told, please watch it at 720p. So please watch at 720p. Please watch at 720p. Okay, please watch at 720p, or screen will, you will not be able to see the screen. 720p, you have to spend your geo 1.5 GB data. I'm telling it always. Okay, please do that. Okay, so that is there. And so how you'll get the attendance? So we'll send this attendance. We'll send the attendance only on this form, only on this YouTube chat, nowhere else. Not on the WhatsApp group. We'll not send on the WhatsApp group. See, there were 150 people on the WhatsApp group, but there are only 36 people here, so we cannot send it on the WhatsApp group. And please don't ask to go on the WhatsApp group again. So we are going to send this attendance two times. I'm again going to tell two times, 3:30 and 5:45. This attendance will be sent. This attendance will be sent. No, will not be sent on the WhatsApp group. Will be sent. Will be sent only here. Will be sent only here. So if you want that you 36 people are attending, you're doing so much hard work, and the 150 people who are not attending, they also should get the certificate, then I can send it on the WhatsApp group, and everyone will be merry, everyone will be happy, and everyone will happy. Even they're not attending this workshop, and they will get the certificate. No, I will not send it on the WhatsApp group. It will be sent only here. Will be sent only here, and at two times. And you have to fill both the attendance form. And let me take through the attendance sheets. Okay, so then first you have to give your email name. Don't worry if you give it wrong. You can connect with us if you give it wrong. Okay, but please try to give it right. Then your name, exact name which you want to get on the certificate. Okay, so whatever is your name on your 10th certificate, 12th certificate, you give that, not something else, like whatever you're logging in, not something else. Then we want one more thing. We are doing so much. See, this workshop we take it every Saturday, so we are doing so much for the community. We are helping so many people to become a web app developer. We already helped two people from our YouTube channel to become web app developer, and more than 200 people from our courses to become a web app developer. So we're doing a lot. So we are very small YouTube channel, and I want you to give this YouTube username by which you have subscribed to the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe now. It is mandatory to get the certificate. You have to give your YouTube username by which you have subscribed to the channel, and we'll check that. So just like Mysterious World of Coding, if you subscribe with this name, please mention that. And we are not going to tell anyone that you subscribe with that name. Okay, we are not going to tell anyone. We only want your email and the name. Okay, so then after that you have to fill your current role: non-IT professional, production support, a student, because a lot of people here are from production support background and all. You want to help student, other whatever is there. And then LinkedIn. No, I cannot talk in Hindi, Satya Prasad. And there are very good Hindi channels out there. You can, I know, I think we all know Hindi. No, 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 Satya Prasad. You are, if you are from the north side of the country, you don't know that half of the country doesn't know Hindi. So that is the thing. A lot of people attend this thing from the south of the country also, and a lot of people attend. I have my students who are attending from Iraq, from a lot of countries, like from Philippines they're attending. So all those things we are attending. So we cannot do it on Hindi. So sorry for that. There are some very good. Okay, so you are from South of India, that is good, but we cannot take it in Hindi. Sorry for that. If you know, we cannot take it in Hindi. Sorry for that. Okay, so that is, a channel is completely in English, so we cannot take it in Hindi. Okay, so we cannot suddenly change the channel how the way we are doing it. We cannot do that thing. And people, you might be from south of India, you are not from Tamil Nadu. So Tamil Nadu people don't understand Hindi, so that is there. And we are here to help everyone. We are a general channel. We are not like. And one thing I want to tell who are telling that Hindi should be there. See, where do you find the most of the IT jobs? And we are here to make you a web developer. Do you find most of the IT jobs in the north of India? Or who are the client of the IT jobs? Okay, who are the client? If you don't know English, you will not get an IT job. So that is the thing. Means what you are going to code? You are going to connect with the American client in. You are going to talk with the American client in Hindi. No, you cannot do that thing. You cannot do that thing. So because most of the work are from the American clients only, American clients, US clients, and all those things. So you have to know Hindi. And to solve that problem, if you are not good in Hindi, we do spoken English classes on our channel also, because we want everyone to get into IT. So that is the thing is that. Okay, so we do that also. And suddenly we cannot change the channel and all. And those Hindi YouTube channel, you can learn from there. Okay, yeah. We find most of the IT jobs in the metro cities of India, and metro cities also. But what is the Silicon Valley of India? Silicon Valley of India is Bangalore. Silicon Valley of India is Bangalore. Silicon Valley of India is Hyderabad. Not most number of 90% of the jobs are based in Bangalore and Hyderabad. Nowhere else. Okay, so that is there. Okay, so enough of talk. Okay, and then the last thing which you need to fill is the I will give the form in the next 10 minutes. So LinkedIn profile you have to fill. So why do you have to give the LinkedIn profile? You have to give the LinkedIn profile. Yeah, that is good. Valu Rahman, you're from Hyderabad. Good for that. Most of the jobs are in Bangalore and Hyderabad only. So LinkedIn profile. So LinkedIn profile, you have to fill the LinkedIn profile. And I go to Hyderabad and Bangalore a lot to take corporate batches. So LinkedIn profile, and you have to give a LinkedIn profile. And if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, please fill that you don't have a LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn profile is very important. Okay, LinkedIn profile is very important. Okay, so that is there. And then that's good. Satya Prasad, you're from Bangalore. And you might know that both of you are from, means if you're from Bangalore, you know that if you go for a interview in an IT company, you don't speak in Hindi, you speak in English only. Okay, so that is there. And so next thing that I will give the second attendance form. It is exactly similar to the first attendance form, but it will give in at 5:45. Okay, so yeah, I was in Bangalore, but right now I'm not in Bangalore. I was in Bangalore. You can see my YouTube LinkedIn, and I was in Bangalore. So let me quickly tell a lot of things I've asked. The 3 secrets to get into web development. Okay, so there are not before 3 6, I should tell the what is required to get here. So web development means what? You need to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. You need to know all these things. And the next thing which you should know is React. These 4 things are required to get a job today in a IT company. So most of you are might not be from even from a IT background, but if you know all these 4 things, you will get a job. All of the startups in Bangalore, Hyderabad, remote, and all those things, everybody work on these 4 things only. Even if I I tell people that these four things, you have done a lot of project with React.js, I will give you a job. Don't worry about it. I will give you a job because I have been connected with a lot of people from the startup world, from the different places. So I'm connected with everyone. So you have to know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. So why these things? Why not Java, PHP, Perl, Java, PHP, and all those things? Because those age have gone. See, this is the age of web apps. See, this web app in which I'm working, this is made in this only. LinkedIn is made in React.js only. All those things, Facebook and all those things are made in React.js only. Okay, so yeah, we are not going to study about so Bootstrap is a CSS framework, and we don't concentrate much about on it. And I will tell more about it. Okay, I will tell more about it later on. And CSS, it's CSS only. Okay, CSS only. Bootstrap is CSS only. Yeah, Bootstrap is CSS only. So Bootstrap is very easy, but I will tell more. Okay, so let me tell those things. See, 3 hours we are going to be till 6. So I think most of you might understand that 3 hours is not enough for HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. Actually, it is required for CSS. We require around 5 hours of training. JavaScript we require another 5 hours of training, and React.js we require another 5 hours of training. And fortunately, we do all those trainings on our YouTube channel for free. Okay, for free we do all those three, all channel. HTML we are going to complete today everything. HTML is very small. We're going to, but CSS, JavaScript, and React, every month we have sort of a loop in which 1 week we teach CSS, 1 week we teach JavaScript, 1 week we teach React. All this, and those are also certification courses. So if you're doing it right now, means this is the second week. We already completed the CSS. Actually, CSS was already done. If you go to our channel and TWD and see, we if you go to our videos, we have already done the CSS. Okay, already done the CSS previous week. So every month we have this thing CSS. If you go, we have React.js, we have JavaScript, we have everything. We do projects also because we think the only theory is not enough. You have to do a lot of projects. See, in the morning only I did one live stream with my 5 CSS front end mentor projects in n hours. I did it for 5 hours. We did it for 5 hours. Okay, we did it for 5 hours. Yeah, Bootstrap makes CSS learning easy. I know CSS is a bit tough to learn. I know those things, but you have to learn a bit of Flexbox and Grid also in CSS. Everything is been taught. We mainly focuses on Flexbox and Grid because you cannot do something like this with the Bootstrap. The real kind of a code. CSS Bootstrap is very easy because when you are going to go in some company, you are going to work in mostly Flexbox and Grid. Nowadays nobody likes Bootstrap a lot because Bootstrap, what happens, Bootstrap is like a factory. Like everything comes out of the factory is the same, and nobody likes the same product again and again. Everybody thinks a different kind of a thing. Okay, okay. No, we cannot right now. I cannot teach only JavaScript. See, people are here from non-IT background. JavaScript. Next week we are going to teach, and we have a very good teacher who will teach JavaScript. Next 2 week is JavaScript week. Actually, this week was CSS week. Next 2 week is JavaScript week on our channel. Okay, so please do see that. And those are from Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and at 8:30 p.m. IST and the night. So those are week work. Weekday workshops. Okay, so javascript we teach awesome, just like awesome. And CS, everything we teach awesome, like it is like more than awesome. So you can see, learn all those things. Everything is teach in this channel. Okay, so that is there. And so we teach everything. We'll teach React also. And but let me quickly tell, like there is 3 secrets to become a web developer. If you're from a non-IT background or if you're from a student, you have to do a lot of networking, and that's why we are telling you to have a LinkedIn. I will tell you what. So LinkedIn you have to have. So LinkedIn is something. If you're from a non-IT, if you're a mechanical engineer, if you're electrical engineer, if you're a housewife, you have to have a very good LinkedIn profile. And LinkedIn you have to teach people like. LinkedIn is the best place to get a job today. You don't need anything. You just don't need anything. And LinkedIn, I am a big influencer. I have a lot of connection on LinkedIn. 22,000 connections. Okay, I have. So I have this many connections. I am an influencer, big influencer on LinkedIn. So that is that I'm connected to everyone on LinkedIn, like startups and all. If I give up if I mention someone, it reaches to my 22,000 connection, which includes people from Google, all the startups world and all those things. It reaches that. So that is there. And we need you to have a LinkedIn connection, and you need to do something on LinkedIn. And even we tell our students to do everything on LinkedIn. So we run the physical batches and all. So we tell everyone to be available, like this guy is like he's taking physical batch from me, and he's he put it on LinkedIn a lot. Okay, so that is there. And so LinkedIn is the best way to get a job. How to get a job, I will soon, you will know how to do that. Twitter, Instagram are also good, but LinkedIn is the best in India. And Facebook groups are the best to get freshers freelancing job. Facebook group for JavaScript, Facebook group for React and all those things. And no, this is not a counseling session. And uh, we'll come to the main thing. Okay, so don't be so much, have a bit of patience. Okay, so that is required for being a web developer. So see, when I was a web developer, 2 to days you have to solve one single bug. You cannot be like those Instagram generation. You have to solve those bugs. Okay, so you have to take. So those who have come from a WhatsApp group, if you don't remember, we are going to tell the three secrets to get into web development, because there are people who are here who want to become a web developer or from non-IT background. They don't know what to do. See, if you want to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you can go to any other channel. There are hundreds good channels than this. Okay, there are a lot of good channels than our channel, and you can go and learn from there. So nobody is stopping you. You can go to Traversy Media. That's a very good channel. You can go to Traversy Media, go learn from that Traversy Media. Go learn from a lot of other channels out there. Okay, so this is a counseling session also, and this will not like as I told earlier, we'll start at 3:30. Okay, so that is there. Okay, so you have to take some you given jobs. Yeah, we have given a lot of jobs. We have given like till today more than 200 jobs we have given. More than 200 jobs we have given. Okay, so is online. Okay, so if someone is asking, again the people will tell. Okay, so see this person, he got an internship in VMware because of a React.js series. He got an internship in VMware because of a React.js series. This person got a job by watching a React.js series. This person was the best one. He was a mechanical engineer. He was a mechanical engineer, and he got a job by just watching our videos. And okay, up to which level this course. Okay, yeah, you can use it anywhere. Okay, so this guy was a mechanical engineer, and I was very happy for him that he got a job because of channel. He's not our one of our paid student also. We do run paid classes also. Okay, I'm not going to tell that we don't run paid classes. We do run paid classes also. Okay, paid online classes every 2 months we run. Okay, so that is something which we do. Okay, and as I was tell, okay, you have to code daily to us, and you have to take part in some challenges. Okay, so if you want to do this, these are the three secrets are there. And so it's time. So let's me give the first attendance, and this is the first attendance. Please fill all those things, and all these things are mandatory to fill and all. Okay, so send, shorten URL, copy, attendance one. So this is attendance one. Okay, this is attendance work. Attendance one. This session will be till 6. Okay, please recharge your data. That's a good question. Please recharge your data back. Okay, so attendance one, this session will be till 6 p.m. Okay, so please do this. So this is the attendance one. Please fill the attendance form. All the fields are required in the attendance form, as I will tell. And now we are going to start with what a lot of people were asking for. We're going to start with. So please fill the attendance form, and don't no need to tell here. And because and I've also pinned this message, so you can always go to the pin message, and you can always see that it will always stay at the top again. And it is mandatory to fill the second attendance also, so that is there. And now we start filling the attendance. And wait. Okay. Okay, so please start filling the attendance form. And now we are going to start with HTML. So here, so for HTML, what we need to do? We need to first see, those days are gone when we used to do HTML using your Notepad++. Nowadays, you should always do any type of coding, especially the HTML, also with something known as VS Code. So VS Code is a free code editor from Microsoft, which you can get, and you can come here and you can download it if you're okay. That's good. That's good. You've done the first attendance. So, and please do subscribe to the channel, and that is a mandatory. And please do subscribe and like this video also if you're liking. So you have to download this. You have to download the VS Code. So if you're working on a Windows, you will get this download for Windows, and it is very easy. If you have some problem, we have a video for how to install VS Code on your Windows system. We do have a Windows also, so that is there, and you have to download it. And then when we open it, so it will open. Okay, so it is opening somewhere else. So it will open somehow like this. Okay, let me move it here because it's, I'll move it here. Okay, so it will open like this. It will open like this. VS Code will open like this, and then you have to start with. We are going to start with HTML. We are going to start with HTML. So in HTML, what you need to do? You are going to open it, and why it is showing opening a folder. Don't have opened a folder. Okay, let me open it again. Okay, so we'll not open it like this. Okay, so what we are going to do here, you have to come here and create a new folder. In anything, you have to create a new folder, and this I will write HTML basics. I'll write HTML basics. So I'll write the HTML basics here. Now what I'm going to do, so any folder you can do, and it is same for Windows also. So, and you have to go and you have to drag this thing here, and you have to drag the HTML basics folder here. So anything you can write, and but we are doing HTML, so I've written HTML. So HTML basics, you have to drag it here. So I've done. Okay, so then you have to click here. To this is to create a new file. So this is to create a new file. Okay, so you have to click here, new file, and you have to write a index.html. So why .html I'm writing? So an index can be anything, like you can give the name anything. But why I'm doing .html? .html because if you go to any, if you're from a non-native background also, you might have seen on your computer that anything is been saved with .jpg, .png, or something extension. So like this, all the programming language are also like this. HTML is sent like .html. Where did you create it? Anywhere you can create the folder. If you can create the folder on your desktop also, please, you can create a folder anywhere. It doesn't matter. I have created it somewhere, but you can create it on a desktop also, and you just have to drag it. You have to drag it and leave it there. You have to drag it and leave it there. Okay, anywhere on the desk. Most probably, if you're new, create it on the desktop. So it will be easy. And please do download VS Code. If you don't know, you can always connect with us also. Okay, and one more thing, maybe I know most of you are from the WhatsApp group, but if you're not from the WhatsApp group, I will give you a link for a WhatsApp group which you can join, and we send all our updates on that. See, we have classes daily except on a Sunday. We have classes daily, all from Monday 2 Saturdays. But when classes happen, when what will happen, those things are told on the WhatsApp group. Plus you can connect with us and you can ask some good doubt also there. So join the WhatsApp group. So please join the WhatsApp group if you are not done. Okay, so please join this WhatsApp group. Okay, so this is there, and index.html I have done. So we tell to do it VS Code because VS Code has a lot of features, and actually I'm going to close it because I want some more space. Close it, so this will go. So like the first feature of VS Code, which I'm going to tell you, give a not here, not shift, and it is on the one, the number one, it is there in the keyboard. And please, you do require a desktop or a laptop to become a web developer. It will be very difficult to do it on the mobile. Okay, so that is there, and not I have done. And then I have to press the tab key I have to press. And what it is doing, actually it is giving me the complete skeleton complete skeleton of HTML. Complete skeleton of HTML it is giving. So hope, okay, so this is good. So what is the skeleton? I'm going to tell everything because this is a beginner friendly class. Everything from a beginner. If you're from a non-IT background, you're welcome, because we do that only. So we make mechanical engineers, and all those engineers, we make them IT engineers. So this doctype HTML is there. So first thing is that doctype HTML. Okay, first thing is that doctype HTML. So what is this doctype HTML means? Doctype HTML means this is a HTML version 5. So why HTML version 5? See, HTML was created in the 1993 when internet was created in US. So from that time, there is a committee known as W3C committee which governs the HTML. So they keep on releasing new versions of HTML. So in 2015, a new version of HTML version 5 was released, in which you have to mention this thing in any HTML doc. And anyways, I also don't remember how to give this thing. I do. That's why this not is required. This thing is required. That this is required. So that you know. Then the next thing it is telling, this HTML is lang is en. Lang is English. It is telling the language is English. And okay, in HTML what happens? Everything have a starting and an ending. So like this kind of pointed brackets are there. Pointed brackets are there, and then everything have a starting and everything have a ending. Everything have a starting like this, and everything have a ending like this. Okay, so that is there. And yeah, enter you can do after that, and it will be done. So if someone is coding along, they can do this thing. Okay, so this and this video will be there on a YouTube. You can check it on later on only also. So HTML have a starting and ending. Language is English, and there is, then in the HTML we have two things. One is the head part and one is the body part. So what is this head part and what is the body part? Body part will be the main thing in which we are going to write the code of HTML. What is this head part? What is the head part? Head part is class is till 6 p.m. Okay, so let me write it also till 6 p.m. till 6 p.m. Okay, so 3 hours. So okay, that's good. You're from CSC background. So this head part is there and body part is there. So head part is generally contains something related to the HTML document. So this title is the title. We are soon going to see this Visual Studio Code you are seeing, that will be coming in the title when we are going to open this thing. So I will maybe write HTML, just HTML I write. And what is this meta tag? So you're seeing a lot of tags like meta. Meta is not Facebook. So meta is Google. Meta is related to Google. Why meta is related to Google? It is not Facebook. So meta is those who don't know, meta is the new name of Facebook, the company. So it is related to Google. Why? This meta tag is used by Google bots a lot. So Google is the thing which runs the internet. When a new website come on the internet, nobody knows about it. Even the big website, like you don't know this code.visualstudio.com is some website is there. Okay, you are going to definitely, how did I search about this website? I had gone to Google. I did VS Code like this. I did a Google search, and the first website will open up, and it got open, and it is also showing me something. Visual Studio is a code editor, redefine and optimize building something blah blah, something is there. So meta tag is there. Meta tag is something which is used for SEO, search engine optimization. This is another field. If you find it difficult to be a web developer, this is the second best field on the planet right now, which is the digital marketing field. These two fields will rule this planet for the next 20-30 years. So do one of these two things. Okay, so everybody needs digital marketing. I am not a digital marketer, I don't know that much of digital marketing. So these meta tags are used for SEO optimization, SEO, search engine optimization. You must have heard that term. So they give a lot of keywords in these things. Keywords they will give in this SEO, like what is this website. So if you search for free code editor, like this, the Visual Studio Code should come. Maybe they have done this free code editor. If I do free code editor, the free code editor I'm doing, so some articles are coming in which also the Visual Studio Code is coming. So means that, and this article is coming. See, this is what SEO means. I search for free code editor, and the third or fourth link is for Visual Studio Code. So this is known as SEO. This is something which the digital marketing expert do. In MetaTech, they put a lot of keywords. So the Microsoft is the biggest company. This is Visual Studio Code is from Microsoft. They have done something in the keyword. So we are not going to learn more about it. This is a different domain, but that is goes in the MetaTech, because Google have this Google bots which scan the whole of the internet. When it scans the whole of the internet, every website it comes and it sees this keyword in the MetaTag. As simple as that. So that's why it is required by Google bots. Google have these bots. Google doesn't do it manually. So then this title is there, which I have told it will come here. Then this body is the main thing in which we do everything. And HTML, full form is hypertext markup language. It is only for, it is the main thing in a hypertext markup language, or HTML is learning about different tags, and we are going to tag every tag. You don't have to learn more tags than that. There are more than 2 to 5,000 tags are there. Okay, so you don't have to learn all those tags. Whatever we teach in this next 1 hour, we are going to take till maybe like 415 or 420, because after this CSS need to start, and those are more than enough. So first tag which I'm going to tell is the H1, is like HTML crash codes I'll write, and then the second one is a paragraph tag. Okay, paragraph again. These are all shortcuts in VS Code. I will press the tab, it will be open. So paragraph tag I've done. Now this paragraph tag I'll put something. Maybe I'll put this thing. Copy it from here and put it here and save it. Now I've saved this thing. Now where to see it? So to see it, I have to go inside this HTML basics, and is index.html there? No, not required to do it with me right now. And you can watch this video later on. Okay, so you can do it if you want. You can do it right now, but you can do it later on also. This will always be available on the YouTube. Okay, so that will be there, and we don't take out our videos. Okay, so this index.html, you have to go, and if I double click on it, it will open it in my Safari browser on my window on my Mac. I don't know, Windows, Mac, which I don't like. Nobody likes Safari. So I will right click and open with Google Chrome. I'll do it open with Google Chrome, or they open something in some other tab. Okay, so it opened like this. Google Chrome, it opened like this, and this is all about, we created our first HTML document. Okay, first HTML document we created. One sec. Okay, so okay, attendance sheet was sent before. You scroll it and you'll find the attendance sheet, and also it is, I pinned the message. I pinned it. So pinned it means you can go, and I will tell it one more time. If someone is just please, I think the attendance sheet is here. The attendance sheet is here. Please go a bit up and fill it. Okay, so that is there. And so okay, so this is the main thing. As I told, this HTML, this title is shown here, HTML crash course is the H1, which will be a bit big, H1, and then the paragraph is there. Then the paragraph is been shown. So that is there. Now the next thing which we are going to do is like I will do again a P, and maybe I'll close this. I'll again do a P, and then I want to, okay, Okay, so this p I haven't done a piece, and I just close that link. So what is there? I just closed it. So I don't want to put anything, like you cannot get a dummy text always. So what do you do? There is something known as lorem. So there is something known as lorem ipsum, which is a dummy text. So what is this lorem ipsum? Lorem ipsum. It's a dummy text, but not completely dummy. It's actually 200 years old text, which is been used from a long time, which has been lorem ipsum. Okay, lorem ipsum, and country origins and all. So when 200 years back the printing press were invented first time, when the newspaper were printed, at the starting nobody used to have a news, so they used to have this text, lorem ipsum text, and see that what is coming in the newspaper. So this lorem ipsum text has come to the web development also, and it is there because web development, everybody reads newspaper now on the web only. So lorem ipsum is again one of the feature of VS Code, which is inbuilt. So if I do a lorem, and I just have to press a tab. I just have to press a tab, and then just have to press a tab. Write a lorem, press a tab, the whole text will come. I will save it. Okay, I saved it, but it is not coming anywhere. Why it is not coming anywhere? It is not coming anywhere because this browser doesn't work like this. You have to come here and you have to refresh it every time you do a small change. Also, you have to come here and you have to refresh. I'm not liking it. Come here every time and refresh it, because most web developer don't work like that. Just come here and refresh it every time. No, we don't work like that. Maybe a Java developer will work like that, but we don't work. So what we do generally, we will come here, and this is again a VS Code feature. You will come here to this extension is there. So you need to come here to the extension, and you have to search for extension known as live, live, live. Just search for the extension live. This is very popular extension, this live server, and you will find a extension from someone known as Ritvik Day. It is okay, so it is like too many, like more than 2 crore installations are there. And then see, then what is there, you have to do a install here. You have to do a install here. Okay, you have to do install here. Okay, so you install it, and when you install it, okay, it is asking me to disable and all, but you can install it. So when you install it, you can come here and you can directly run it. So how to directly run and what is the benefit of it, I'll tell. And it is again, all these things are free to use and all. So you have to right click and go to open with live server, or else you have to go to this button like go live. So I will right click and open with live server, and it will open in my Safari. I don't like it, so I will copy this thing. You don't have to know what is this 127 and all. Those who know that is a local host, but if you're from non-IT background, doesn't matter. It will show like this. Whatever is there, you open it. Okay, so you open it. Now, what's the benefit of it? Suppose I come here and I delete this thing. I delete this thing. Delete the paragraph tag. Okay, and then I will save it. See, it auto refresh. I didn't touch anything, it auto refresh. So every time I change something, I save it, it will auto refresh. But if I go back to my page in which I have opened directly, see, it is still there. So what I need to do here, I need to refresh it, which is not a good thing. So I'm not going to use it from now. I'm going to use it from here. Okay, so that is there. Now we are going to go ahead, and this H1 tags are there. Like this H1 tag is there. There are some more tags are also there in the H1. So we're going to right now learn about different types of tags. Okay, all our different tags are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this 6 things I'm going to have H1 to H6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those are of different sizes. Those are different sizes. H1 to H6 are of different sizes. Okay, so it is there. H1 to H6 are of different sizes. Okay, then these are the H1 tags. Now the next tag is the paragraph tag. So paragraph tag, maybe I will do another P. and do a slow run, and it is there, it will show. So there is one thing here. See, h1 HTML tags are like two types. One are known as block level element, the other is known as the inline element. So this h1 piece, they're all block level element, because see, there is a lot of space after this. There is a lot of space after this. This thing could have come here. This thing could have come here. Everything could have come in one line. This all could have also come out. This thing also could have come after that. But it is taking a new line, because this is block level elements. Will always take a new line, and always there will be some space between them. Space between them will be there. Okay, so these are the two tags. First tags h1 and second is p. H1 is known as heading tags and p is known as paragraph tag. And one more thing I want to tell before going forward, which is like the heading tag. So there is something heading tag known as comment, not only in HTML but in all programming languages. So I will go to heading tag and I will do a control and backslash. Control and backslash I will do, and it will tell me this thing, like it will give something like this. You'll see it as a green thing. So I will save it and see, it will not, it is not been shown here. It is for the developer. This is for the developer. This is for the end user, developer end user. So why we give comment? So that we can understand what it is written there, or some fellow developer comes, they will understand. See, when I was an architect, I was handling a team of 10 front-end developers. Okay, so everybody used to, a lot of people used to work in the same file, so someone else should understand your code. Okay, so that is there. So codes are comments are not that much easy. Sometimes you write the functionality also. Then a paragraph tag I will write, and again I'll do a control and backslash, and it will not show anything. Okay, so that is there. Now the next thing which we are going to learn is the link tag, or it is also known as anchor tag. Anchor tag. So I will have a href. href again. VS Code give us like this. Okay, yeah. So you all are lucky people who are seeing this thing. Okay, so please be connected with us, and we'll make sure you become a web developer. Okay, so that is there. So href is there. So only 19 people are interested. So href is what? Href is an attribute. You can give an attribute here in href, and it will go there. So what does that mean? That means that if I come here, and in the href I can give any link. Okay, value Rahman. You can tell your college. You can tell in your college also there is a site like this. Okay, so that is there, and in the href you can give any website. Like I'm giving my blogging website. You can give any other website also. So this I've done, and then I will do pwd blog. I will write and I will save it. See, it will be shown like this. It will be shown like this, and it will be there. And now if I click here, so TW block, it is showing as a purple, but generally it shows as a blue. So it is showing as a if you're visiting it for the first time, you all see those links and all. If I take my mouse over here, it will also show this thing hand, so that I can click over it. It means that I can click over it. That I think everybody knows. And when I click over it, this whatever is there in the href, it will take me there. So I click over it and it will take me here. So to my website it will take. But it's not a good thing. If you have seen lately, if you go to YouTube and some comment is there on YouTube, some comment is there, and all. Okay, so YouTube some comment is there, maybe in LinkedIn some comment is there. So maybe on LinkedIn I'll show. So I go to LinkedIn and all. Okay. Okay, I'm not finding anything. Okay, any link which you open on a LinkedIn. Okay, maybe. Okay, I will. Go to I have recently done a post and go here, post. See, we do a lot of batches. Okay. Okay. Maybe if I go here and I have given one comment. Okay. This comment I've given, and if I click here, see, it is not opening here. It is not opening here. It is opening in a different link. It just opened in a different link. It opened in a different link. Why did it open in a different link? It opened in a different link because opening in the same link is not a good thing. It is bad for SEO. So no website like LinkedIn or something, they want you to go away from their main link. Okay. So to do that thing, if I go here and how to do that thing, because this is opening in the same tab, this is opening in the same tab, which is not a good thing. So what we are going to do, we are going to, maybe I'm going to give my profile only here, and href LinkedIn. There is something known as target equal to underscore blank, target equal to underscore blank, and Nabindu align. Okay, target equal underscore blank I will do, and I will save it. I will save it, and then thanks. Okay, so that is I will show this Nabindu's Allen, and it will, now I have given this target equal to blank. If I click here, see, it is opening in a different link. But if I open this TWD blog, it will open in the same page. It will open in the same page, which is not a good thing. Okay, which is not a good thing. And so you should always give a target equal to underscore blank. Okay, so it will open in the next tab. Okay, so that is that, it will open in the next tab. And one more thing to notice here is that two of the anchor tags are coming in the same line because they're inline elements, so they're coming in the same line, inline. If you give 100 and if you give another 10 inline 10 anchor tag, it will come in the same line. So as I've told, some of the tags are like inline and some of them are block level. Actually most of them are block level. Okay, so that is the link tag is done. So now the next tag which we are going to see is the list tag. Okay, so I'll come here and do a list tag. There are two kind of list tags. One is the UL. I'll do UL means unordered list. UL means unordered list. Then it is li is the li means list item. Then I'll do item 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. UL is that, and see what is coming. It will show like this dot dot dot. So this are the list item. This dot 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 is their list item. UL means unordered list. Li means list item. Like unordered list, we have ordered list also. OL. And then again, maybe I'll copy this thing. It also have this list item. I'll save it, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will come like this. So if I increase one, the number will increase. The number will increase like 6. So it will increase like this. So this is ordered list and unordered list. Okay. So the next thing which we are going to do is table tags. Table tags which you are going to do. Table tags are not that much important, but then also they're that much important that we are including it. So whatever we include, they're very important. See, if you are going to see something new type of HTML thing, you see it on the job, and there are not much HTML thing. If you want to have some devote it in CSS. Someone was asking Bootstrap. Don't go for Bootstrap, Data Bootstrap. Go for Flexbox and Grid. Flexbox and Grid. Go for that. Invest more time in that. We just did a CSS front-end mentor project today morning also only from 10 to I think till 2:50 we did it. So you see that. Okay, so list types are two only, so they are the main list types. Some okay, that is the interview question. I think I have also read it somewhere. There is another list type also, but that is not used that much. Okay, so you're right. So I'll have a table. So table I'll have, and table and table have two things like t head, and again like table have a lot of things. One is a t head, one is a t body. T head and t body they have. In a t head we have a table row. No need to mug it this up, but you should know there are a table tag, table row, and then we'll have a table header, name, age, email. These three things will be there. Then if I save it, see, you'll see this header will come. And HTML is very ugly without the CSS. And CSS I'm not going to take CSS. We have a CSS expert teacher in TWD. Mosam will take, and JavaScript will be taken by Hari, who is a JavaScript expert. Actually, I do have to take everything, but nowadays I've divided everything like it is like that. So then we'll have this TR here in the table body. Here I'll have a TD, table data. This I can give a name to, and I'll give the age, and I will give the email. Okay. So then we'll have again another again, and anything we can have like save it. So it will come like this. Okay, so it will come like this. So this is table tag. Now we will start with the most important tag in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and that is known as a form tag. So these are the tags which make the website or web app. Like let's take the example of LinkedIn. So when you go to LinkedIn, the first time LinkedIn or Facebook, let us take the Facebook. Most people are familiar with Facebook. Okay, because half of you also don't fill your LinkedIn profiles in the Google form which we give. So we know that most of you have Facebook profile. So when you go to Facebook, you have gone to the Facebook for the first time, you might have filled a form to give a name, age, gender, and all those things, and you clicked on a button, and that the form got saved in the Facebook server, and we teach all those things, but not in HTML, CSS, but in JavaScript. How that has gone, how that will, you have to do something known as API call, and all those things we teach. Okay, all those things we teach. So that you entered some data somewhere. So when some website take the user data, we need a form. When you go to Facebook, or I will not show Facebook right now because Facebook is like not professional. If I go here, see this starter post, you are doing this starter post. Here also you will do something. This is also a form in which you can write something and post it, and it will go to the LinkedIn and it will be in my feed. So that is also something. This all things, the structure, at least the structure comes from HTML, the styling come from CSS, the functionalities, how it will go, how, what will happen when I click on this post button. I'll write something, click on this post button, this is disabled right now. If I write something, it will be enabled. So and then it will go to the backend, and all things we teach, but all things comes with JavaScript. So JavaScript is the main thing here. JavaScript, React.js. Okay, so that is there. And so now, okay, so we are going to learn form, because forms are used to do that, but we have come a bit down. So what we are going to do, we are going to, even before form, I'm going to tell about two more tags, which is, one of them is a HR means horizontal grid, and this HR doesn't have an ending. To do this, it would create a line. So I will create one more HR because I need one more HR. Okay, and then I will have a BR here. BR means break row. It will give an empty line. HR give a line and BR give a empty line or break row. Again a BR. So I'll have my form tag inside it. So form tags I will have it inside it. I will comment it out and I will have it inside it. So form tag again start with a form like this, and all the tags will be inside it. So let me write two things. Then I will going to explain it. Form tags are generally the input tags which always comes with a label and an input. A label like this, and this will be name and input. Let me make it a bit small. Okay, input. Input of type text, and then there is a id equal to name, and then there is a name equal to name. Similar to this, I will make another label, and that will be age. Type is number. This will be age, and this will be age. Okay, this will be age and this will be age, and I will save it. So this is how the input boxes look. First let us see how to use them, then I will tell what this all thing is all about. So this name I will do, and I will write I can write any text here. Okay, I can write any text here like this, and in the age I can write any number, like any number, and I can increase it like this. Okay, so I can increase it with this the number, because this is coming because of input type text, this is coming because of input type number. But what is this label and all? See, all the input tags all the input tags always comes with label. All the input tags always uh, comes with a corresponding label. So they are like a pair. So this label is attached with this input, this label is attached with this input. But how do we know this is attached with this thing? So computer should have something to know. So computer have this for. See, this for is there, for name is there, and this id. So for every for there is a corresponding id. Every for there is a corresponding id. So that is there. Every for there is a corresponding id. For is name, id is name. Okay, so that is there. What is this name? Name is something which will go to the, which is required for the server. As I have told earlier, this input boxes goes to the server. Whatever I enter here, it will go to the server. So how does the server knows that something is coming? It doesn't know this all these things and all. No, there is not a placeholder you can write, but placeholder is not that important. This name is a different. This is not a placeholder. Placeholder tag is also the placeholder. If you give, it will give a nice thing. So that is not that important. So this name is something will go to the server. I will show how it will go to the server. So when it will go to the server, you will have something like name equal to Navindu, age equal to 35. It will go like that, and I'm going to show it soon. So that is there. So we've done this thing. Now that but one thing is there, everything is coming in one line. And why everything is coming in one line? Everything is coming in one line because everything is inline here. Label is the inline, input is the inline, so everything is coming in one line. So if you don't want it in one line, we are soon going to see CSS, and CSS is like, it will be very easy to do that, but we are not using CSS. So what we are going to use right now, we are using pure HTML. So div, I'll do a div. So what is a div? Div is actually a block level element. If you're going to see HTML code, you're going to see div and span a lot. Span is the inline element, div is the block level element. Div is used to divide codes, so like divide some codes in one paragraph and all. So div is there. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put it inside this and do it like this, and I'm going to do a div like this, and label and input I will put it inside this, cut it and save it. See, now it will come in two different lines, but still they are very close to my liking. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a BR here, break row. So it will have some space. So it will have some space here between that. Okay, so that is there. Now we will go here and we'll see some more. See, form tag is very important. Form tag is the one in which we take the most number of time, whatever you say. So the next thing, and I'm going to teach everything important in form, everything. You don't have to go outside that. So next thing is like again a br I'll do, and div I'm going to do, and in this div I'm going to have a label, and for is message, and this is message, and we are going to see the text area. Actually name is message, id is message, name is message, calls and rows we don't need, generate this text area and all are beautified using css. Text area actually we just saw in text area in LinkedIn, we saw this. Text area are a type of input box in which we can enter multiple text. Okay, and one more thing which is different than input box is that it is not a self-ending. Input boxes are self-ending. This is, you have to give it like this. So the difference is that you can enter multiple text, and this is something very popular. Facebook post, LinkedIn post, all the posts you do it in a text area. So that is a text area. So next we are going to go here and do a br, and then a div, and then we are going to look into drop down. Again, a common thing. Even if you are from non-IT background, I will show you where you have saw a drop down soon. Okay, label, and it is color, and color, then it goes with the select thing. Name is same, color, id is color, and then we have something known as option, and value I will write as red. I'll write as red color, and this I'll write as green, and green color. This I'll write as blue, and blue color, and this will be shown like this. This value is very important. See, when we are going to send it to the backend, you're going to see that this red will be shown, sent, green will be sent, blue will be sent, nothing else will be sent. So red color, blue color, and green color. So this all things will be shown like that. Okay, so these are option. Okay, so the next thing is we're still not done with your forms. So the next two things which you're going to do is the checkbox and the radio boxes. Okay, so br I'll do, and div I'm going to do, and h4 what do you own, like this I will do, and then input type is check box, and name equal to vehicle1, and value equal to bike, and id equal to bike. So where is the label? Label you can give afterwards also. So it's not like label you have to give it before. Label you can give afterwards also. id for is bike, and bike is there, and copy paste, and this is vehicle 2 car, 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 car. See, it will come like this. What do you want? Bike, and you can select either bike, or you can select either car, or both of them, so these are known as check boxes. And even if you're from a non-IT background, I'm sure that you have visited one of the site which I'm going to tell right now, which is Amazon. You must have visited. Okay, so Amazon, what is the drop down which we have seen here? This is the drop down. And I think they have also not make it a lot beautiful. See, this is like a very simple drop down. Okay, so maybe I will go to computers, and I will search pen drive, and I'll do this. So pen drive is coming. So we have seen what is the drop down. Okay, so, and then these are the check boxes. So by default it is showing me all the things. But if I select SanDisk, it will show me SanDisk. If I select SanDisk and whatever is there, I don't know, remember this HP, it will show me SanDisk and HP. So this is a checkbox. You must have seen. So all must have seen this thing. Okay, so that is how the drop down and check boxes are there. How we create the drop down and check box. So now one more thing I want to tell here. moving forward, and that is again a br I'll do, and a div I will do, and I'll do a gender. Gender is something which I cannot show right now, because for that I have to again register in Facebook or LinkedIn, because the radio boxes is something which I cannot see right now. But you all might have seen that if you have to give something like that, you can select only one option. See, with checkbox, what the problem is that you can select multiple options, but in radio box you can only select one thing. You're going to see soon. Okay, input is like type will be radio, and name equal to gender, and value equal to male, and id equal to male, and again I am going to have this label later on, and here I will have this as okay, for will be male, and this is like male, and copy this, and this will be female, 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 and female, and this will be other, 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 other. Let's save it, and so it will come like this: male, female, and another. I can select, but the thing is that I can select only one of them, not all of them. I can select only one of them, and that's why radio boxes are also known as radio boxes group. Also, okay, radio box groups. And see one thing here: the name was vehicle one, vehicle two. They will go differently when you go to the backend. Here, the name is always gender. Same name is gender. It will always go as a one. One value will go. Here, multiple value can go. That's why the name was different. Name is actually very important. So we have done most of the things, but still a lot of things are remaining. So what are remaining? Okay, so actually HTML, as I've told, gone through a major upgradation in 2015 with HTML version 5. There were some more things earlier till 2015, only this many things were there, but right now there are some more things are there. If you want to see the whole list, there is a very good W3C link, but I will not recommend much to go to that, because I'm going to tell everything right now also. But if you want, you can always go to this link. So all the most of the things we have covered, but I'm going to tell 2 3 more things from here. One of the thing which I will tell is the input type color. So input type color, if I copy it, and if I go here and do a break row, and div I'll do, and this color I'll save it. What will happen? I will see this select a favorite color like this, and I can select a color from there. So like this, and this thing was actually very difficult to do earlier, but it is now very easy. Type color is there. Then there is my favorite thing, like, because I am in the industry for a long time. Before 2015, we have to use some crazy JavaScript third-party libraries to do this thing, which we can do in 2 lines of code in HTML right now, which is this input type date. What does it do? It actually creates a calendar. It was actually very difficult to do with HTML. I'm not even touching CSS. I'm not even touching touching JavaScript is too far. So you can give a birthday like this, and you will get the whole calendar here. You can get the whole calendar, select anything, and this is there. So this is another thing. Another cool thing here is this input type file. You can also submit. Earlier again, this was very difficult to achieve, but if I do an input type file, a br, and I do a div here, and please, all of you, please do like and subscribe if you're not done it. Please do like it. I can see very less likes. Please do like it. Okay, if you're finding something interesting, please do like it. Okay, so that is there. And so input label is there, and then I will, what is this? This is again some very complicated stuff which JavaScript HTML version 5 had made it easy. You go to naukri.com, there is a upload your resume button is there. Might everybody has gone. And then you choose a file, and you can put any file. Okay, like this I will put. So I can put any file. So this is also very crazy stuff which have now become very easy with HTML. Just a type file is there. So all these things are there. So we have done all these things, but how to submit this thing to the backend. Right now, we're not writing any backend code or API call or anything, but generally, all of these things you'll write. Maybe for registration, you're writing, then you have to send it to the backend, send it to the Facebook server. How you do this? With a button. Of course, with a button, you do it. So I will create a button here, like again a div, and input type is submit. Input type is submit, and type is submit, and value equal to anything I write. So value here will be whatever is written here. So value is sent. So when I write the input, I submit, a button will get, and this is actually a very different kind of a button. We have simple button also. Maybe I will show. So button tag after this, but I'm going to tell one more thing here. So button tag, and if I do button like this and click me like this, it will also create a button. But this is this, see when I click on this button, nothing happens. This button is like everything you have to do it through JavaScript. But this button has a special feature. Input type submit button has a special feature. I'm going to type. See, I will fill everything here. So this is good. Blue color. What do own both of them? Male. Color this thing, and date of birth. Maybe anything I'll choose right now because I have to go or else very high to find my date of birth. Maybe I'll choose this. Choose a file. I will choose this. Okay. And now see it closely because I'm not going to fill this again. When I click on the send, what will happen here and what will happen here in the address bar? I will send it. See, this got refreshed. If you see, it got refreshed and everything was vanished. And another thing is that something got sent here. What was sent here? Let me cut it, and let me paste it here. What is it? Name is Nabendu is going. So what is this name? Name is this name. Name, whatever I type, I told earlier. Age, whatever I give the age will go like this. Age 40 will go. Then message, this is good, which I've written, but plus is going because I've given some space. Color is not going as, this is very important. Color is not going as red color, green color. Color is not going as blue color. Color is going as blue, which I've written the value. Then vehicle 1 and vehicle 2 are going differently. In the checkbox, I'm talking about the checkbox, but in the radio box, you see only one thing is going. In the gender, favorite color, this is hex code, which Mawsum is going to tell later on what is this hex code. Birthday is going, file is going. So this is how everything goes to the backend and all. Okay, so I will comment this out so that it doesn't show here. Just for the reference, it will be there. So now we are coming to the last thing. Okay, so last thing is like the every website is like not good without an image. So we'll see how to add an image in the website. Okay, so images I'll write, and this is the last topic in HTML and very important topic. So I have to write some images, and I will do unsplash. See, we have a YouTube channel. I cannot just copy paste an image from Google, so it will do something bad with me. Okay, so copyright strikes. So unsplash.com I'll do. This is free to use anything. So here this image is there. I will maybe I'll download this one for free, whatever it is, and I will show in Finder, and I will make this name a bit smaller. Like it is a very big memory and splash like this. I'll do, and this I will just drag it and put it in this images. You can directly do this. Okay, so it will be coming here. Now this image is there. Now I have to show this image. So there are two ways. There are two ways to show the image. Image tag I will do, and this save it, and img I'll do, and src I have to do images slash memory and so I have to give the path images slash and I will give it a memo free, and I will save it, and it will show me this big image. So it is like a bit very big image, and I have to like this. I have to drag it. So in HTML we don't have a lot of other things. So maybe in CSS we can do a lot of things. Okay, here I will do a width equal to maybe 800 and height equal to 600 maybe. I'll save it, so it will be shown like this. So this is one way to show the image, and the another way to show the images, I'll copy paste it, is like you can go here and maybe I don't want to show this thing, and maybe desktop setup I'll do. I will show this one, and how I'm going to show this thing. Okay, I'm going to right click and copy image address. So this I can do, and I go to the source and do it. So you can do this for any image on the internet. I'll do this, and this is a, I think it's a laptop, and I will save it, and it will also show like this. It will show. Okay, so this is how we show the image. But what is this alt tag? Alt tag is something which you are not able to see. Alt tag, whatever you write in alt tag will be shown if the image is not displayed. Maybe the internet connection is not good, or maybe I have written something wrong. A lot of time developer writes something wrong. Maybe I have written something like this which is not there, and I will save it. See this, a broken image has been shown, and the memory word which is this alt which is been shown. So yeah, so we are done with all the HTML, and as I've told, the next part, wait a sec, will be taken by Mosam from TWD. He is our CSS expert, and he's a teacher in TWD, and he is going to take the next part, and this like Mosam will come. So Mosam will come now, and
So, hi all, a warm welcome to all of you on the CSS HTML JavaScript Bootcamp Basics Bootcamp. It's not a complete one, it's a combination of all three basics part. So, I hope you all have an idea of how to use HTML tags, what does HTML skeleton consist of, what are the things which contains the HTML skeleton, and one more thing. Yes, and one more very important thing, I request you all to please like the video. Likes are very less. And one more thing, let me see. So I have mentioned in the WhatsApp group that CSS started. Please join so that those who want to see CSS they can join the CSS now. So now let us see what is a CSS. CSS is basically stands for cascading style sheet, and as you all know, you all have a basic idea of what is CSS, what is the full form of CSS. So CSS used to actually beautify your websites, beautify your HTML, beautify your elements what you have mentioned, decorate your websites, make websites awesome, responsive, and interactive. So that is the main reason why CSS is being evolved. And let me tell you one thing very clearly, that HTML CSS both are governed by W3 schools, and they usually manages both. And one more thing, uh, um, CSS, plain CSS has been invented in 1995, but a major upgradation happened in CSS in 2015, where that CSS Flexbox and CSS Grid, which is called as CSS3, has been added in CSS, and also HTML5 has been introduced. So now we will go through the addition of CSS, the color of CSS, and yeah, thanks Falur. And so let us start, and we will, and what I will do one thing, One second. So this is the main a dummy folder I have created. Now inside this folder, let us create a index.html. So we have, and inside this index.html, let us create a skeleton. So this is the main basic HTML skeleton in front of you, and we will write as CSS, saved it, Control S, open this with live server. So here are we. So now let me adjust it, and I am opening it Safari, so I can open it Google Chrome also, but see, this is the default browser of my system, so let it be. Now there are three ways in which you can add CSS. Fine, there are three ways. So first one, let us have a understanding of first one. Okay, so first one is inline CSS. Second one is internal, and third one is external. So there are three ways in which you can add CSS: inline, internal, and external. So what is inline? Inline means in the same line. As the name says, inline means in the same line. You can apply the CSS directly to the HTML element. So let us apply here. Style, and one second here. Let us have a background color of aqua. So if you see here, in the same line means directly in the same line I have applied the inline CSS. Second one is internal. Internal CSS will be applied directly to the HTML file. So style, VMS2, background color, so this is the example of internal CSS. Internal CSS applies directly to the HTML file. Now the third one is external. So what is external? External means putting or writing the code externally and linking it somewhere near and linking it somewhere with the HTML file. So how to do this? Let us see with an example. So for this, we will be creating a external file, as the name says, externally. So let us create an external file. So we will be using h3. Background color we will be taking in the RGB format. So let us take some colors out of it. So I am saving, but it is not coming. Why? Because we have created a file externally, but we have not linked it. So for this, a link tag is to be used, which applies and links both the files. So this is how. So this is how the external type of CSS work. Now a very important question is there, that if you see here, in these three type of css in these three type of css addition, I have mentioned color first in simple typing the name of the color. Second one is using a color code with a hex, with a hash in the starting. And third one, if you see here, I have mentioned in the RGB format. So why is it so? Because these are the ways in which you can add color to the css. Fine. And one more thing, one second, one page only read, one page only read. I didn't get you there, I didn't get you, Raman. So there are three ways, as I've told you, and there are another three ways in which you can add colors. First one is simply typing the name of the color, which I have mentioned as aqua, which I have applied in the internal css, sorry, inline css. Second one is the internal, which I have applied here to the h2. Third one is the external, which I have applied to the h3. Now there are three ways in which we can add color, simply typing the name of the color. Second one is the hexadecimal format, which is the hexadecimal color system, which uses the hexadecimal number system pattern. If you have heard about the number system, there is a combination of their website created. Guys, if you have any query, Pratik, if you have any query, write the complete sentence. I didn't get it here. It's very short. So I request, please mention the complete sentence. Yeah, it's only basics, only basics, not the complete. We are not completing the complete. We are not it's a basics HTML CSS JavaScript basics workshop, not the full workshop. Full workshop we will be covering in our sessions, which we will be sharing in our YouTube chat. So I request to please join on the WhatsApp group, so that you will have an idea that what we will be starting and when. Fine. So there are three ways in which you can add colors. First one is simply typing the name of the color, which I have mentioned in the aqua. Second one is the hexadecimal format, where with the help of I can say, in the hexadecimal format, it starts with a hash. Why hash? Because it uses the same type of pattern which number system uses it. Second one is the RGB format. RGB format stands for red, green, and blue. So what is this red, green, and blue? Red, green, and blue means RGB. And in this RGB, R stands for red, G stands for green, and B stands for blue. What were you doing in HTML? Pratik, HTML already completed. In case you have not seen, please view the video again. Everything is there in the live, and it's there. The recording will be there only. So RGB stands for red, green, and blue, and the range of RGB starts from 0 to 255. Okay, it has a range starts from 0 to 255. Now let us have a second thing, which is called as the CSS selectors. What are CSS selectors? CSS selector is an interview question, and interviewer will ask always. So here, if you see here, this H3 is a selector. This entire thing is a declaration. This thing, background color, is a property, and this is its value. So we'll let you with an example again. Font size 30 px. So if you see here, H3 is a selector. H3 is a selector. Font size is the, sorry, this entire thing is a declaration. This is the property, and this is the value. Third thing, now let us have some more font properties. Okay, so fonts, in order to understand this, let me have a change in the structure. So we'll start with the P paragraph tag, and I have a lorem of 40. Lorem 40 means a dummy content which will be created automatically. So P in the paragraph tag, we have the font size of 30 px, and let us have font weight to bold, and let us have another property is called as letter spacing will have 1.5 rem, and another let us have word spacing. So what is word spacing? Word spacing means spaces between the words. Okay, and what is letter spacing? Letter spacing means spaces between the letters. So word spacing means 2 or 2 rem, says 2 rem. Okay, and let us have text decoration. No, text align center is a different property. Text decoration, we have the underline. Text transform to uppercase. So these are some basic font properties. We'll have the LH line height will be have 2 em. So as soon as I'm applying the properties here, you will you can see the changes in the side by screen. And what else I can add here? So let us have an idea of what is this px, what is this rem, and what is this em. So these three are basically units of measurement. Px stands for pixel, em is a unit of measurement, rem is again a unit of measurement, but px is the most commonly used unit of measurement. And if I can say after that, px is the rem. Why em is not being used? Because em depends upon the unit given to the parent. Okay, but rem and px, these both units of measurements works independently. Now let us add the most important thing in the css, which is called as the Google fonts. So let us have spatial elite. So there are sorry, I was a little bit fast. See, there are so many available fonts which is being used by these days, because rem is a unit of measurement here. Rem is a unit of measurement. It does not have any full form. Okay, it says rem. How to join WhatsApp group? So WhatsApp group link is there. You or anyone can join. So these are the Google fonts, and every font they have the independent font properties inside. See, one second, a very important call. Okay, em, my dear friend, if you know liter, kg, and grams, milligrams, when you go to a grocery shop and ask for a oil, any kind of oil, it will give you an in liters. Okay, if you ask for sugar, it will give you in kg. That's why, that is why, or I can say similarly, we can have px as pixels, em and rem here in CSS as the units of measurements. Okay, is it clear now? Can someone please confirm me? Fine. So these are the Google fonts. Why Google fonts are being used? Because these days everything is being governed, or I can say managed by the Google. So Google have invented their own fonts with the name of Google fonts. Now let us see how you can add Google font to your page. So they will have this bold, select it, okay, click here, Control C, and here in the top, Control V. So you have imported the Google font here. Now what is the name of the font? This is the name of the font. So how to add? So you type a font family in this single quote. You have to write the name of the font. So as soon as you saved it, see, this is how you can import Google fonts. Fine. These days, Google fonts are used a lot. The traditional fonts, if you remember the name, are these: Arial, Sans Serif, Cambridge, Georgia, Vardana, Geneva. But let me tell you one thing here. Let us let us try once. So I have commented out. Now, as soon as I have given here font family, by default these three fonts will come. Why it will come? Because after this Arial, the Helvetic and the Sans Serif font are the fallback fonts, and these fallback fonts are being used a lot. Why it is being used a lot? Because as I told you, there are so many browsers being available. So if in case you are using the uh, in case if I say you are using Safari, and it does not support Helvetica, so it will automatically pick up the next available font, which is the sans serif. Or if I say, suppose I am opening the live server in Microsoft Edge, and Microsoft Edge does not support Arial, so by default it will pick up the Helvetica font. So these second and third fonts are called as the fallback fonts. Fine. So now let us remove it. Okay. Now and activating this again. So this is how it will come. Now one more thing very important here. What I can add? Okay. So one more thing very important. I just recall. So let us have a brief idea on colors here. So I will tell you a site, HTML color picker. HTML color picker managed by these W3 schools is the main web page from where you can pick or you can get the color codes. See, every color has a different code here. This is hexadecimal 4 code. Here, see, this is the RGB. This is the RGB code. This is the hexadecimal code. And all one more thing, HSL. HSL is also a form in which you can add colors, where H stands for hue. Hue contains all the colors. S stands for saturation. Saturation contains the sharpness, and lightness contains the brightness. So for any color, you can have So for any color, you can have the RGB format as HSL format as and a hexadecimal format. See, and below here, using a combination of these three, as I've told you, you can make any color using a combination of these three colors. So R, G, and B. See, if you see it, see. So this is how, and this is the RGB code. This is the hexadecimal code. Fine. So this is how you can have this. And one more site, let me have HTML color codes. So in this HTML color code, you can have these colors. Fine. So in these colors, if you remember, I have wrote the name of the color, which is aqua. So similarly, there are around 140 color names. You can easily write it down. So these are some of them. See, you can have, if I select this color, this one have the color code this, RGB this, HSL this, and these are the shades. So HTML color picker, HTML color codes, these pages are being governed by the W3 schools. Now going back to our track. Okay, so now after this, let us have a idea of classes and IDs. Fine. So what are classes and what are IDs? Classes and IDs are used to target any HTML element. Fine. So here, classes and IDs are both used to target any HTML. If you have noticed here, I have created another paragraph, and the same paragraph have applied the same CSS. Why? This is the drawback. So in order to differentiate those things, classes and IDs is introduced. If there are 100 of piece will take these same styles. So because of this, classes and IDs has been introduced, because with the help of this, you can target any of the HTML element. Fine. Now let us start with classes and IDs. So, and one more thing, class starts with dot and ID starts with hash. So a dot and hash is always be there before the class and ID name. So let us have here class of top, and here ID of bottom. So now let us target dot top, and the dot top I will copy paste all the properties, so you can have it differentiate now. So dot top, or I can say p space p dot top in the paragraph, and dot top is the class. Now here p hash bottom, let us have a font family of serif, uh, font size of 44 px. So this is how you can target class with the help of dot and the class with the help of ID. Fine. So let me see the comment. Sir plus Q Nidia. Plus Q plus Q Nidia. Plus Q Nidia. Yeah, Rahman, I didn't get it here. Plus Q. Plus Q. Raman, you do one thing. Just join on our WhatsApp group, and there you will find some admins. So you can ask in case you have any personal doubts. Because I didn't get this plus Q media. So now moving on to the next topic in CSS, which is called as the box model topic. Box model is a very important topic, and in this box model, let me tell you one thing very important. So till now, what I have covered, there are some interview questions. First one is how many type of CSS are there? In these type of CSS, which one is being used a lot? Uh, so external is the topmost. After that, inline will be used. Which one is more powerful, inline or external? Inline is powerful because inline will be applied directly to the HTML element. And how many type of, in how many ways you can add colors? So there are three ways in which you can add colors. What are CSS selectors? So selectors I have told you. And after that, selectors, what is a box model? So this is again an interview question. And after that box model, the questions will come from CSS grid and flexbox. Okay, so that grid and flexbox we will not be covering here. You will remain in our WhatsApp group when we will start the CSS workshop, which we have recently completed last week. Sorry, this week. This week we have completed from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So when we will be going to start again, you will get a notification and you can join here. So Akshita, thank you. Yeah, welcome. So let us have a idea of box model. So for this, let me have a. So let us see a box model here. So here, okay, commenting out. So now let us see what is a box model. So a box model, now for the box model, I need to switch to Chrome. See, so a box model contains of four things. As the name suggests, box model. So something related to box type of thing. Yes, you are right. A box model contains of four things. First one, which is the most centric thing, which is this, the content. अच्छा रहमान प्लस क्यों नहीं लिया? Now I got it here. Now what? I will tell you. See, going back to again Google font. So what is the name of that font? One second. Okay. One second. This is the font. So this is the name of the font. If you see here, can you find plus here? Rahman. The full name of this font is 𝐏𝐚𝐫𝐭𝐢𝐜𝐚𝐿. There is no plus here. But when you import it, the space will not be there. It will automatically use the plus sign in the spaces. That is why I didn't take the plus sign. Now I got your question and I hope you also got the answer. So, okay, going back to the topic. So, this is a box model and it contains of four things. First one, the most center one is the content, which is this the content. Outside this content have a padding. Outside this padding have a border and outside this border have a margin. See, this is the content. Outside this content have a padding, border and a margin. So let us now create a box model. So content we have already there. Outside this content we have padding of 30 px After this padding, we have border. And outside this border, we have margin. Fine. So these are the four things which contains a box model. Okay. So now let us again check this in inspect. So this is the content. So this is the content. This is the padding. This is the border and this is the margin. Content, content, padding, border, margin. So these are the four things which contains all the things. Fine. Now, one more thing. There are some ways in which you can add padding and margin, because there is a possibility that you won't want. So let me tell you with an example. So now let me do one thing. So now let me comment out this thing. So if you have noticed here, when I have mentioned padding, padding means padding of 30px top, padding of 30px right, padding of 30px bottom, and padding of 30px left. When I said margin, margin of 40px top, margin of 40px right, margin of 40px bottom, and margin of 40px in the left. So now if there is a scenario you want separate margin on separate sides, so you can have that also. Padding left of 10px, padding right of 20px, padding left right top of top of let's say 30px, padding bottom of 50px. So this is how you can give separate, or there's another way in which you can add this also, where you want padding of 20px and 40px. So 20px is for left top and bottom, and 40px is for left and right. This is a way in which you can center your things in a box. Fine. Now similarly you can replicate this for margin also. So we can have margin like that, and also you can have margin across all area. So let us these are the ways in which you can add margin and padding, either separate or in a same line. Or yes, one more thing in which you can add padding. So for this, padding of 10px, 20px, 30px, 40px. So top, right, bottom, and left. This goes in that ways. Now this completes the box model. Now the next very important property of CSS, which is the styling of list. So the styling of list, let us have a basic structure now in order to understand how the styling of list will work. So this is also Satya Prasad. Please focus on content. Attendance sheet is not a big thing, yeah. System will automatically send. No need to ask. Even I request all you this to all of you. No need to ask for attendance sheet. You will get to know the attendance sheet here also. No need to worry. Okay. So let us have a basic structure in order to understand the styling of list. So we have a div, and what we will do inside this div, let us have a h2, and after this we will have an unordered list, and in this we have li li into 5. So this is a shortcut. See what happens when I click it, what happens. So this is how it completes the full structure. So what does it contains? It contains a list item. Inside a list item, it contains a anchor tag. So let us create a div with a class name as categories, and in this h2 we have category. So let me keep on saving, and after this here, as we don't want to go anywhere, so we can use the hash property here. Hash will not, we disable the click functionality. We have cat1, cat2, cat3, cat4, 5. So see, this is the basic structure which is there in front of you. This is for the styling of list part. Fine. 1 second. So now let us have a understanding. So let us copy the categories and let us do the styling part now. Dot categories, and in this let us create a border first of 4px solid of blue color. Fine. And this border, let us have a border radius property 5px. So it has, let us have 10p, so that the edges is being now sharpened. Now after this categories dot categories, and in this we will target the h2. So text align center, so that this h2 is now in the center. And what else we can have? So we'll have the font size of 50px, so that it will look, 50 is very high, so let us change it to 30px. So after this 30px, text transform to uppercase. So this is how you can change into uppercase. Now after this h2, we have dot categories, we have unordered list. So in this unordered list, what we can do, we can have a padding of 0, and list style will be none, so the dot will get removed. And li का short, li is for list item यार. अच्छा शॉर्टकट चाहिए आपको वाला. Okay Rahman, okay, I will tell you the shortcut for li. One second here. ul, inside this unordered list you have li. If I want this li 5 times, so I will do li into 5 this and a. See, So I will write it in the comment also for you. Li into 5. Okay. So here, uppercase. Now after this unordered list, let us do the dot categories unordered list. Inside this unordered list, we have list item. So we will use this text decoration as none, and color we will change it to black. And here, what else we can add? We can have margin top of 20px. So margin top will be the it will be a category which can create space. So in this, let's have a padding from the left of 4px, 10px. Okay. And what else we can add? So let's add, oh, no, okay. So now let us target dot categories unordered list item, and anchor tag. We will have the color as black. And in this, let us have border bottom property of 4px dotted with black color, but it is not looking good. So we will do one thing, Control X. Fine. So it looks nice here. So 4px is also very bold. So let us change it to 2px. So it looks nice. And here, what else we can have? So we can have a padding of 30px. Fine. So it all depends on your imagination as how you imagine things, how you get them applied in the CS. So now let us add the last property in this, which is called as a pseudo class property, which is called as the hover effect. So we can have in the anchor tag. So let us change the background color to yellow. So as soon as I move my mouse, see the background color is changing to yellow. Oh, sorry. So we have the unordered list. Let's write down. So this is how you will do the scaling of list. Now I am handing over this session to Mr. Hari, which is one of my colleague, who will take you through the JavaScript basics. So hi Hari.
Yeah, hello. Hello. Is my voice is audible for all? So just give a comment whether my voice is audible or not. We just start our session. Okay. So yeah. So don't worry about that uh, blabbering. So the rendering screens. Okay. So I'm in the restream. That is why it's showing multiple slides and screens on. Okay. So don't worry about that. So we just move on to the JavaScript session very soon. So don't right now. Don't worry about that. That multiple screen appears in your device. Okay. So just focus on my voice. That's clear. Okay. So I think so. Like right now you are know about what is HTML, what is CSS, and you know about like how to start with the web development journey, right? So here comes the important thing, like what is JavaScript. So wherever you go, you hear the only name that is JavaScript in your development journey. So everyone will experience that. So JavaScript is literally everywhere in the Java like the development field. Okay, so that is what we're going to see. So for the next 30 minutes we're just going to see about JavaScript, and I am just from the starting I just give my view on that. Like 30 minutes is not even, we are not even able to compare a single concepts in JavaScript. Okay, so what I just going to do, I just going to give what is the purpose of learning JavaScript and where it is using, and how to, why it is very important to learn JavaScript in 2022. Everything we're going to see. So we don't going to write even a single line of code. So we're just going to work with the theory basis and get to understand like how this web development works and how this web works. Okay, so that is what we just going to do. So this whole workshop is all about an idea that you need to know that like how the technologies, web development technologies work, and some of the basics that to kickstart. Okay, so that is what this 3 hours of bootcamp is all about. Okay, that is what we're going to do. So let's get started. Okay, so just a minute, I just open my OneNote. I hope that my screen is visible for all, right? So yeah, so I hope that my screen is visible for all. So right now what all are the technologies we have discussed is all about HTML and CSS, and this entire web development technologies is covered with the front end part. It's not even touch the entire full stack development, because I already say it takes more time, right? It takes minimum 6 months to get to it and all, right? So, and if you have any doubts and if you face any issues regarding this topics and all, just give a comment, because I will be come to restream video and watch it every time. Okay, so I think you will understand. And one more thing is the attendance forms. Okay, so the attendance form will be given and it will be provide you in the chat box, so be aware of that. Okay, sure. So now we move on to the concepts. Okay, yeah, so JavaScript. So one of the top programming language in 2022. So it is, we can say, like one of the most popular programming. Remember the word programming. I'm saying JavaScript is a programming language. I just explain why I'm saying like that. Most popular programming language. Okay, in 2022. So why should you learn JavaScript and what is the necessity of this JavaScript? You need to understand. So the word I say, like JavaScript is a more popular programming language. Is it JavaScript is a programming language? Is JavaScript is a programming language? The answer is no, it's not. So by default, JavaScript is not a programming language. It is called, when it is built, when it is introduced to the market, it is called as client-side scripting language. What does that mean? What is by client? What is meant by side? What is meant by scripting language? Let me discuss about this. With some development like web development, full stack development, whatever. So we work with web app, website, progressive web apps, anything. It might be a small app, it might be a big app, nothing matters. If you are working with a web development, those parts are divided into two types. I think familiar with that: front end and back end. Even we don't know about how to work with that, but we hear it, right? So the web development is divided into two types. So what all are they? So the web development is divided into two types, that is called as front end, and another one is called as back end. Let I make this, I just only recommend you should refer yourself like what is front back end after completing this session. But here I give an example, like you can understand easily what front end and what is back end. So client. So who is a client first of all? So client is nothing but the person who use those website. For example, right now you are using YouTube, right? So you are client using an streaming platform. This is right. So this is I'm using. So I'm a client. So the end user who is going to use the website are called as client. It may be any website, any person who developed. That's not. So the person who are working with website, like they are using website, they are called as clients. That's it. Okay, so I think fine. So they are called as client. Okay, so what if I say front end, the definition is what all of them things, or what are other things that the client can see. It's considered as a front end. Just remember that, like just right now remember that. I will give an explanation. And what is back end? So you can hear it. What is meant by front end? You can see it is front. If I say it is back, so what is meant by back end? So back end is nothing but the logic behind those websites. Let's discuss about this and we will come to the theoretical. So if I say front end, so what is meant by front end? I say front end is that actually and you see that is front end. For example, let us consider this Google Chrome. So in Google Chrome, as a client, I'm using the Google Chrome. What I can able to see, you can see I can able to see the picture of Google. I can able to have an input box. I hope that you get knowledge about HTML and CSS a little bit in the before section. Okay, so this is an input box, and you can see a Gmail is there, and image is there, and some icons is there, and my mail ID is there. Like this is also going to be an icon, and here you can see some of the shortcuts. Some of the icons is there, and here you can notice that some editing is available, and the image of my home screen, everything is available, right? So this is all the things I can able to see. So as a client, I can able to see. So these are all as front end. Let us discuss what are the technologies that needed to build those. For example, I want to recreate this home page. How can I? What are the technologies I want? So the technologies I want is, you can see this is going to be an image, this is going to be an input, an icon, and another icon, a placeholder, a background image. So what are the technologies I used? If you guess it correctly, yes, of course, the technologies we need is all about HTML and it's all about CSS. These all are the front end technologies, right? See HTML and CSS, yes, of course, you can able to recreate the Google, right? You can able to do that. But if I type something, how if I say LinkedIn, you can see it happens like it goes somewhere, and LinkedIn, it gives me some of the referrals related to that keyword, right? So if I just click it, it went to my LinkedIn. So is that the process is happening behind those websites, but the user doesn't know what is happening behind that website. So actually what has happened? So for example, in the front end, I have an input box. If someone gives the keyword and they press enter, then what happens? So what happens means it's go for the server. Okay, so it's go for the server. The server is place where the files are get served. Just imagine like that. It's like a courier boy. So it takes and it sends like that. Okay. If I say LinkedIn, what happened? It take that keyword LinkedIn and it go with the server takes it, go for the Google's database, and it will search for whether something that data related to LinkedIn is there or not. It will scan entire database and it will throws if it is something available, it will show yes, I have some data related to LinkedIn, I will send you. So this is called as request and this is sending the response. So this is some of the backend activities. Never mind it. Okay, but is it we can able to see that whether the server is going, it is taking, or we can able to see? The answer is no, right? So what we are seeing, like if I search for something, just look at this, you can see the pages get reloaded. So why the pages get reloaded? Because it is not an easy task, right? So there is time consuming task is taken here. So if I say something, if I search something, what happening? So it will send and it will go and search the entire database and it need to send the all the databases, like all the related data, and it need to manipulate with the HTML. It takes some time consuming. So for the time consumption only, it takes reload. So you can understand. So HTML, by using HTML and CSS, we can able to create a website. That's it. But the logic, for example, I'm searching, you need to go for the database, you need to search for that, and not that only. Not you give even some of the mathematical calculation some of the basic calculations and all, everything that is handled by backend, right? So all are called as backend. So in front end, there is another definition for also front end, that is called as client side. Why? Because it's about only the client side work. What is meant by client side work? So right now, client using OneNote. So I am the client. So it cares about how the OneNote should look like and how it should be a display, so all the HTML and CSS basically, that's it. So if I say backend, so what about backend? So it is server side. So why it is called server side? The answer is here, because it is take care of the server and it will do some of the logic. So it is go and work with the database, authentications, and so on. Okay, so these are called as server side. So this is all are called as client side. It take care of like how to stay the client in the website. It takes care. And if I say server side, the actual logic, the actual business is happen in the backend, right? Fine. That's it. This is all about front end and back end. And now you can notice that what are the, if I say front technology, I can say HTML and CSS. What if I say back end? For backend, you need several technologies. Like first of all, you need a server to serve your file. Okay, you need to choose your server, and then you need a programming language to talk with your server to do what you want to do, the coding. Okay, so this programming language that might be any. For example, it's going to be PHP, it's going to be Node.js, it's going to be Python, it's going to be Java. So that is going to be the backend programming language, and that's we discussed later. Okay, so little bit. Okay, so that is a thing to notice here also. Okay, so there are several programs available for backend work, and you can able to connect with the server, and also we have database. This is all about backend technology. So what if I say database? What is mean by that? So database is nothing but database is the place where all the data are stored. It's like a container where we can store all our data whenever we want. We can retrieve it. Okay, so it is a place where we can store. Okay, so basically this is the thing. Like server is there and database is there. A programming language is used to work with server, work with database to serve files and all. Okay, so these all about backend. Let's come to the point why we discussed this. So why we are discussed this is because of this JavaScript. Because you can notice that I already mentioned JavaScript is a client-side scripting language. Fine. Okay. So it's going to be a client-side scripting language, which means JavaScript is going to be work in the front end because that is called as client side, right? So it is mentioned as client side. So it is going to be work in the front end. So actually we don't want to worry about the back end right now. Okay. So what I did, I just delete it. Okay. So if I say JavaScript, initially was called as, it is right also it is called as client-side scripting language. So which means it is going to be work with the front end. So now here comes the huge questioning, like by using HTML and CSS, we can able to create the front end. Then what is the actual purpose of JavaScript in a website, right? That is the question arises for most of the people, right? We do and real-time example. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Some doubts has been okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do? I just go for a website called 𝗪𝗏. So whatever website you can go. Okay. So you can just think about that. For example, I just go for a website called 𝗪𝗏 is a website for UI UX design. So here the creators creates the design for UI UX. Like after that only we take the design and we create it for browser understanding thing. So before getting into that, you need to notice something. Like content is actually working with browser. Okay, so it's all about browser. And if I say backend, it's all about server. Okay, so the backend programming language we have, it just work with the server. So they are called a server side language. And if I say browser, it is going to be, it is all about front end, like it is all about working with browser. So what is meant by browser? Browser is the thing like Google is a browser, my Mozilla Firefox is a browser, everything is a browser. Okay, fine. So now you can just, so I want to create a project exactly like this. So what I can do, whether we can able to create this nav bar by using HTML and CSS? The answer is yes, we can able to create, right? This is some image, and if I hover over it, you can see some changes is happening. We can able to create this, right? Yes, by using HTML and CSS, we can able to create. and you can see, if I hope you can see a drop down box is coming, whether I can able to create this. The answer is yes, you can able to create by using HTML and CSS. You can able to create, and you can see a nav bar is created, a search bar is created, and account opening is there, and download is there, and so many things. Like you can see, like I hover over some of the designs, notification, everything comes, right? So I can able to create this entire website by using HTML and CSS. It is possible. So then what is the role of JavaScript? Just think about that. If I click this button, notice this, I'm not hovering. Okay, so I just not hovering. Okay, so I just click this button, you can notice this, and mini HTML div is created, and that has some populars, news, and net worth, marketplace, everything's there. So it happens when I click that, right? So when I click this, you can notice that this is happening. So whether I can, by using HTML and CSS, I can able to create this. By using only HTML and CSS, you are not able to do that. For example, if I click this filter, you can see a tag is available, a color download is available. By using HTML, CSS, how can we create it? We can create a static website only, but we cannot create a dynamic website. So if a person, and if he click this, then only you need to show this. Otherwise, you don't want to show that. So how can I do that by using HTML, CSS? Literally, there is no possible way, right? So we cannot able to do that. Okay. Also, like for example, if I click this button, you can see the page, and you need to notice that the page is not get reloaded. Like for example, I'm clicking this, you can see that the page is not get reloaded, which means something that associated with backend. So it is not a time consuming process, it is not that associated with the backend. So yeah, that is a front-end technology that take care of it. So no backend is involved here. And you can notice that an entire website is get blurred, and you can see a new thing is opened, and it's all about the information about that, right? And you can notice that if I click this, you can see that it is automatically closed. If I click this, it is open. If I click this, it is get closed. And you can notice that I can able to give a like this, and you can see nothing's happening, everything is done. So what is taking, how can I create like something like this? How can I create something like this? So actually here comes the okay, so the second form will be shared a little bit later. Okay, so maybe 15 minutes later you will get. Okay, so here comes the technologies that is called as JavaScript. Estimate JavaScript. JavaScript is used for only to create an toggle, and you need to create something like that. No, the answer is no. So the reason why it is called a scripting language, because JavaScript, it makes dynamic websites, or we can say interactive websites. So what is meant by this interactive website? Just imagine that whenever you click something, before JavaScript has been introduced in 1995, before. So if you click something, the page will get reloaded. If you like something, the page will get reloaded. If you comment something, the page will get reloaded, because everything is handled by backend only. So even whatever the, like for example, we just imagine, like if I go a website, if I click this, the page will get reloaded. And also if I click this, the page will get reloaded. Whether we use website right now, the answer is no. Okay, so JavaScript, what is the purpose of inventing JavaScript? The purpose of inventing JavaScript is to speak with the browser. I need to write a programming language, like I need to write a scripting language. Everything is fine. What about the programming scripting? Fine. I need to speak with the browser to understand what I want. So that is all about JavaScript. So let's see how it is working. For example, once JavaScript is introduced, it is not same like how the other programming languages. So here also we can able to code. Using that code, we are not talking with the server. We are talking with the browser. I'm talking with the Google browser. So okay, so by using JavaScript, what are the things I can able to do? I can create an element. I can delete an element. I can append an element. And I can change the style of an element. And I can change the attribute of an CSS. We can, so in simple terms, what I can say, by using JavaScript, you can able to manipulate the DOM. So we talk about DOM little bit later. So the DOM is nothing but being able to manipulate the entire HTML and CSS. You can able to do that. For example, if I say creating an element, here you can notice in this website, if I go for the triple, if I click this, you can see an element is created, right? The element is created. How it is created? By using JavaScript, right? So how it is created? So if I go normally, this website, it doesn't have anything. When some person do some interaction with that website, if I say it will use more additional information about that particular post. So how it is created? So it is created by using JavaScript. So this is creating an element, and you can see and closing tag. If I click this button, it will get delete. It will get delete without affecting anything. How that's created? By using JavaScript. And also we can able to append, and we can able to change the color. So if I can change the color means, like if you go for any website, there you can see a dark mode option is available, and also a light mode option is available. So how it is created? A button is there. We click this, it is changed to dark mode. If I again click it, it changes light mode. So functionality is created by using JavaScript. Okay, so the JavaScript is introduced for front end, which means to talk with the browser to make the website interactive and dynamic. Okay, so this is all about JavaScript where we are using, but already I say underestimate JavaScript. So when it is introduced in 1995, JavaScript is called as a single-threaded interpreter language. Okay, so which means JavaScript, we can use it for client side, we can use it for client side rendering. But what is the case now? Why it just come for the browser talking? Why it is so popular than other programming languages? Why? Because right now, if I learn JavaScript, I can able to work with the front end. Yes, of course, because this what it's meant for, right? So we can able to work with, and also we can able to work with backend too. Seriously, yes, because JavaScript is, when it is introduced, it is only for front end to speak with the browser. JS. So what is mean by JS? So it is a runtime framework that has been used to speak with the server, which means it is used for backend server side too. So this is something called as browser. So we can able to speak with the browser by using JavaScript. We can able to speak with the backend, which means server. We can be able to use that. So obviously we don't want any languages to learn, right? So if I learn JavaScript, what I can able to do? I can able to speak with the browser. I can able to speak with this. It is gets more easier, right? Yes, of course. So I can able to become a full stack developer. A one programming language you learned thoroughly, you can able to go with the full stack language, that is JavaScript. Otherwise, what you need to do for front end, you need to learn JavaScript. For back end, you go with another programming language like Python, PHP, Java. That comes under JavaScript, right? So I'm not degrading any programming languages. I'm just saying like JavaScript is the best way to learn. Okay, so that is what. Okay, not only this, the future. So everyone is considering the future, the Web3. What is meant by blockchain development? I think most of you familiar like decentralized DAFI websites, everything. Like, so that is going to be the decentralized website by using JavaScript you can able to work with. Yes, this is going to be a future. That is by using JavaScript we can able to do that. And also say like VR and AR. What is meant by AR? Virtual reality, augmented reality. I think most people hear about what is metaverse. Right now, the Facebook has changed their name to Meta, right? So they're going to introduce the augmented reality concept, virtual reality concept. Is it possible by learning JavaScript? Of course, yes. The answer is yes. And also, if you want to learn robotics, it is possible, yes. And also in part of ML, machine learning, yeah, JavaScript contributes a lot. And front end, it is going to be a king, okay? Because this is, no one is replace JavaScript from the front end part, okay? So this is going to be the king. And for backend, it is also occupied and everything. So just think about like virtual reality and augmented reality. This is also going to be a future. And Web3, it is also going to be the future. And also the jobs available right now, maybe the future, it is so that full stack development. Yes, of course, JavaScript is going to be everywhere. So why we should consider another programming language to learn? So here comes, this is why JavaScript is popular in 2022, not only 2022. So for the past 5 years, it created, And that is not only the reason I'm suggesting or be suggesting to learn JavaScript. So there is another reason is there because of the job opportunity. I'm not saying if you learn some other language you don't get a job. No, but by learning JavaScript you can open to lots of jobs. For example, you can able to work with Android development. Yes, of course, I missed it here. You can able to work with development. You can able to work with, and you can hear about some of the frameworks of front end like React, Angular, Vue. Everything has its own marketplace. Like if you go, React is one of the huge markets available out there. So if you learn huge demanded skills, if you learn React JS, that is also JavaScript. You can get a job. That's it. Okay. So this is why we are suggesting that JavaScript we need to learn. Okay. So this is all about why JavaScript you need to learn and where it is used. So why I'm saying all the things means people are telling JavaScript is a little bit tough. So the understanding of JavaScript concept is a little bit weird. Okay, but the answer is yeah, JavaScript, to learning JavaScript, the core fundamentals, it is tough. So no one in the world learned any programming language core fundamental. It is not possible. So, but here you need to understand, like to become a developer, to become a front end or to become a developer, you need to understand the front end technologies. Okay, so for learning JavaScript for front end, it's very easy. You can learn it. Okay, so that is why I'm saying the tough JavaScript. Just go through whatever the essential for becoming a developer. So what are the topic you need to learn? So if you choose JavaScript for the topic, obviously you need to choose. So the topic is basic programming language. What are the basic programming language syntax you need to learn? All the things. For example, whatever the programming language you learn, the concept is going to be remain same. For example, you can say like what is variable, what is data types, what is function, what is loop. These all are the common topics that are available in all programming languages. You can use it. That is one. And for extra, what you need to do, you need to learn about DOM. So what is meant by DOM? Okay, so learning programming languages is very easy. Python is easy. Learning Java is easy. Learning JavaScript is easy. But applying it in a particular technologies, here comes the matter. Okay. So why most of after completing a college, we don't know about how to work with technologies? The reason is because we learn only the theoretical and we know only what is that. For example, we know about Python, but we don't know about how to apply the Python with some other technologies. Like how to apply Python in data science. We don't know. We know JavaScript, but we don't know how to apply it with front end. We know JavaScript, but we don't know how to apply it with backend. That is the matter. That is the required skills. So is an API that should helpful for manipulating your document, like manipulating your HTML and CSS. Okay, so after learning the basic syntax, then what you need to know, you need to learn the DOM. So it is going to be very easy. 8 to 9 method you need to learn. If you learn that, that is fine, simple, and according to your logical writing, you can able to create a website. That's all about it. Okay, so and also you need to learn about ES6. I think if you're a bit familiar with JavaScript, you heard ES. So ES is nothing but ECMAScript. I come to this later. Okay, so ES6 is nothing but it is the latest updation of the JavaScript. So what is meant by updation? So we are in the field of updation. Every day a new field updation will come. You need to update yourselves. Okay, so ES6 is the latest version. Like your phone has newer version. Like same like this. A programming languages has an every year or maybe every month it gets updated. Okay, so it depends upon the community. Okay, so you need to learn things like DOM, ES6 and DOM. Okay, fine. So then what is that? So what is meant by ES6? Just consider how JavaScript work in the browser. I already said JavaScript is used to speak with the browser. So what is a browser? A browser may be a Chrome, maybe a Safari, maybe Microsoft, maybe whatever, Opera Mini, Brave, anything. Okay, so here comes a JavaScript. What is JavaScript? JavaScript is nothing but a file, a code file. Okay, it is going to be a file, nothing more than that. Okay, so we're going to write by using some of the logics, like for example, if, else, variable, let count, like something like that. We need thing, and there is a file is there. So how the browser understand this code? Why I'm saying the browser doesn't understand? Because the browser only understand, which means it understand only zeros and ones, right? So how can we just look into that? for that we have something called as a translator. So not like same like translator, we called as an, what is this? This is called as JavaScript engine. Each browser has its own engine, like Mozilla Firefox has its own engine, like that everything has its own engine. What this engine will do, it will convert the JavaScript file to browser understandable code. Okay, so this engine is depends upon the browser. Chrome has different engine, Mozilla Firefox current engine, like that everything has its own different engine. Okay, so the same that if you want so there is a, obviously if you have different engine, it may translate different right? So that is why ES6, what is that? It is going to be the standard. Okay, it is going to be this like rules and regulation for JavaScript, where according to the standard only those JavaScript addition has been happened. Okay, so when it is all comes under the standard, we will get a correct code even we use it in multiple browser. The website has been used in multiple browser. So that is the main thing. Okay. Okay, so this is mean, yeah, of course, everything. Okay, so I say, if I say full stack development, it comes everything. Stack is a layer, so whatever the technologies you are using, it comes under the layer. Okay, fine. So anything, any doubts here right now? You just ask now. Okay, so you can ask now. So the section, so that's about JavaScript. It is written introduction only. Okay, so I think hope you will get the introduction part. Okay, so you need to work on something like that. You can check out the channel and all. Okay, so I just hand over the session to the founder Nabidu. Yeah.
Okay, I was on mute. I didn't knew I was on mute. Sorry. Okay, so I will tell again. Okay, so thank you. Okay, so I was on mute. Sorry, and so these things happens. So thanks Hari and Mausam for taking those awesome classes. Okay, so sorry, I it will come now. It will come now. It will come now. It will come now. Okay, so I forgot to start the microphone. Okay, so I was telling. So thanks to Hari and Mausam for taking those awesome classes, and you can find him, me, and Hari on a YouTube channel. We are there, always there, and we take all these awesome classes. So you can always learn from a YouTube channel for free. It is always there. But the people who are action takers and those who want to take a faster action, those are committed to take this, we have another option for them also. So we have two options. Generally we have in every 2 months we have a workshop, like a live workshop, live boot camp. And that boot camps is like is not on YouTube, it is on Zoom. We take those boot camp on Zoom, and till now we have been able to give everyone a job. So that is the thing which we have done. We have been able to give everyone a job, so that is there. And beside that we have introduced something like a, so that boot camps cost around 11K. So that is there, but it happens every 2 months. Right now also one boot camp is going on, so the next one will happen in on October 10th. Okay, so that is there. But the thing is that we have just launched another thing. I will tell about that. Okay, so the other thing is that we are going to launch this also. We have launched this also, which is Web Dev Bootcamp, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. So this is only for 999, and this is like a Udemy kind of a thing. Okay, so we have all these things. If you go here, this we have all these things like web dev transition course, in which we cover everything. Like, it is not available on YouTube. You will find everything from HTML, from CSS, JavaScript, and all those things we are going to get. including we have recently launched a TypeScript course. You will get that also. All these things only for 999, and this is only for this bootcamp. Only for 999 you are going to get this thing. And the other thing is that okay, so for 999 you're going to get. And the other thing is that it is not like just Udemy. Okay, it is just not like recorded courses. The other thing is that beside this, you will be included into private groups in which you will have access to a weekly inner circle call, which will happen every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. It will be live on Zoom. It will happen live on Zoom, in which all the technical doubts and all the career related doubt will be solved. So we don't have like that much time to solve everybody's doubts. So we are growing at a very fast pace. Okay, so please okay, though we cannot do that like 9 p.m. is like very very difficult for us, so you can always watch the recording. 9 p.m. is like very difficult for us. Okay, okay. Okay, so no, 9 p.m. will be very difficult for us because we are doing it at. So if you are asking for the JavaScript JavaScript workshop next month, so next week it will be very difficult to change the time, because we are always doing it at 8:30 p.m. Okay, so that is it. And regarding this thing, if you are really interested to take this to the next level, you can always connect with us, and I will give the link also to pay here. And let me give the link. I think it is audible now. I think it is audible now. So initially, sorry, it was not audible because I was on mute. I think it is audible now. So this is the bootcamp link. So this link I will give, and you can always pay. And it is only 999 plus GST is there, and you can pay like and a lot of places. And if you like want to take your career like on a fast track, you want to take it, because if you register in this, we are going to help you. Like we are going to add it in you in a different WhatsApp group, and we are going to solve all of your technical doubts. So see, when programming happens, a lot of mentorship is required. You face a lot of problem, and we don't have time to solve anybody problem. A lot of people on our WhatsApp group ask us for a small problem, and all those things they will ask. Okay, so they will ask those things. Okay, so that is good. CSS wale sir best padhate. Yeah, so that is good. That is good. Very good thing. And see, if it even it is our paid workshop, if it is a free workshop, it is always like that. I generally take I don't even take the HTML. So Mawsum only, CSS wala sir only takes the HTML and CSS, and I generally take the React.js part, which is the advanced part, and JavaScript part is taken by JavaScript sir, which is Hari. So I think he also teaches very good. You'll see that thing next week. You'll see that thing, and you'll see that thing in the next week. He also takes very good. Okay, so in like 2 weeks you will enjoy a lot. Okay, so that is there. I generally concentrate on the JavaScript part, so that is there. So if anyone is interested, they can always connect with us, and they can put their career on a fast track if they are in this. And we'll have a weekly inner circle call for the rest of your life, till you even people you get a job, they will have this thing. Okay, so that is there. So that is there. And with this okay. So if anyone is interested, and if anyone have any other questions, they can ask me before okay. Alright, okay, so you can always ask. Okay, you can always ask if you have any question. Hello. So you can always ask if you have any questions. You can always ask. And someone is telling on the WhatsApp group, CSS Ricardo. Yeah, we do teach CSS. CSS we do teach very good. Your CSS sir will teach you CSS, and if you see, so I will show. He teaches. He only teaches CSS, and where am I? Okay, the web dev. The web dev. You have to go, and if you go to the web dev, see, you go to our videos. See, this is the CSS class, which is like generally every month it's a 4-day CSS class, 1 hour each. See, this it is there. The CSS 1, 2, 3, 4 for our CSS, and this is taken by our CSS is CSS Awesome, and you will not find it hard. You will not find it hard. You can always you. So let me also type CSS is always every month on the fun. Okay, so that is there, and maybe I will give this playlist to the. So someone on the WhatsApp group, they're asking about this, so maybe I will give this playlist. Okay, so watch this playlist. Okay, watch this playlist. Okay, so watch this playlist, so you will see that thing. Okay, so watch this playlist and you'll find CSS is very easy. Okay, so that is check the previous class by Mosam. Okay, so this is the previous class by Mosam. You can check the previous class by Mosam, and it is like he teaches really good, and he's like very energetic, and he teaches really good, and you can check the previous class from your. I will give the previous class from Hari also. Yeah, so and I'm not seeing everybody who have filled the attendance form. They have subscribed to this, and please do subscribe to the channel because it is mandatory to subscribe also. Okay, so that is something which is there, and you have to subscribe with the same name which you have given in the attendance form. So we are asking for the attendance form. So JavaScript beginners to advanced. So see, every month we are taking, see, September, August. So every month we are taking all these things. This is essential to help you all. So every month we are taking, and where is my JavaScript? So JavaScript essentials. See, this was taken by Hari, and again a 4 to 5 hours long class. So check the previous class by Hari. So this Hari. So check the previous class by Hari, and you love that also. So you will check this. So it's a long classes every week, every month we take. So this is the 5 classes which he took in August. Okay, so that is there. No, in this is much more premium class. This 999. This is much more premium than what we do on our YouTube channel. Also, it is much more premium than that. We go very advanced in that. Okay, so we have like a lot of things, like we have React also. React and all also are there. A lot of boot camps which we are taking. Even we are covering TypeScript there, so everything is there. So all these courses which we are seeing for 2000, this all these are included because we have just launched our own platform. So YouTube is there, but we have launched our own platform also. In this all is available, and soon the prices will increase because 999 is very less. We don't want to go the Udemy route by giving it so cheap, because we are including live doubt sessions also in that. So there will be live doubt sessions every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. So let me mention that also. So you can see you will be included into private group, and you have access to weekly in a circle call every Sunday. So this will be there. For that paid course, we will also have this thing. Okay, so in which all the doubt will be solved every Wednesday. It will be solved. So that is there, and if you want to come and come on Wednesday also. If you come, if you say you are coming on 9 p.m. also, you are invited. Yeah, I will provide one-to-one doubt session. Okay, I will provide that. So first 5 people will also get the one-to-one sessions also. Okay, yes, you will get one-to-one sessions also, which are very important right now. I don't have any time. Yes, you will get. Yes, you will get. Yes, you will get the one-to-one doubt sessions only also. So thanks. You'll get thanks for Priyanka for asking that questions. you'll get one-to-one sessions also for, but that I will do for only first 5 people. I used to do a lot of one-to-one, but right now we have grown a lot, so it is not possible to do one-to-one, but I will definitely be going to do that for the first 5 people. Thank you for putting up. Okay, so let me check. Let me check. Okay, let me check. Okay. Okay, Priyanka, your payment have come. Thank you, and welcome, Priyanka. So welcome, Priyanka. Okay, yes, full course is there. Hello, Rahman, 999. It is the full course. If you see that's buy now. Okay, so I will tell one more thing. Like you have to do this buy now, and then Bindu and Viswas, and you don't find it good, I will refund you. Okay, it was at gmail.com, maybe like this I'll do, and I think I can put anything, review and pay. So it will be coming like this, and if so you have to pay like this, and you will get this. Okay, so there is some GST which is it is adding, so 62 rupees GST is adding, and you can pay by a lot of places, like a lot of things, like you can scan this, you can have more pay option, you can pay it through credit card also, you can pay through credit card, and also all those options are there. So that is there. So welcome, Priyanka, to the course. Thank you. And so this you can, if you are still confused, Valorama, you can always connect with us, and I will tell you more about it. So if you're in the WhatsApp group, you can always ask. Okay, so uh, that is there, and so that is there, and this. Okay, so thank you all. So welcome, Priyanka, to the family, and thank you for the payment. You believe in us, and you stayed there and paid it. Thank you, Priyanka. And Value Raman, if you have some doubt, you can always connect with us. You can connect with me. You can connect with Mosam. You can connect with Hari. Yeah, we will tell you more about it. Okay. So thank you there, and we'll end it here. Thank you all for attending. You'll all get your certificate, whoever had filled it, and we need to check that also, that whether you have subscribed to the channel by the YouTube name which you have given. So we'll check that, and I will send you all the certificate by tomorrow evening, because I see that more than 60 people have put the attendance form. So we need to it takes some time to prepare the attendance form, and anyways we are not going anywhere, so we are there everywhere. So we give this, if you can see, if you want to see, you can see on LinkedIn. Every week we give the certificate. It's not like that we don't give the certificate. And what we'll do to keep the certificate, you'll all get the certificate. And but please do help us, and please do subscribe. You're not yet subscribed, because we want to grow, because we want to reach more people, and we're doing a lot every week. And I want to tell one more thing. See, once in a month we have this 8 hour long, crazy 8 hour long boot camp, like from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. we have once in a month. So this month also we are going to have it on 24th, and in which we try to cover everything in a fast mode, like 3 hours of CSS, 3 hours of JavaScript. So it is like that: 3 hours of CSS, 3 hours of JavaScript, and 1 hour of HTML. So we cover everything like that in that. Okay, so see you now. That will be, so please stay in connection with us, whether whether you want to be our paid student, whether you want to take our free YouTube, because we do a lot on YouTube also. We just need your support for subscription, so that is something which is required. So that is there, and with this I will end today's stream. Thank you all. Bye. Is it paid, sir? So that's 24th one is not paid. 24th SEP one is free on YouTube. So free on YouTube. But see, paid is mainly for the mentorship. So mentorship is the main thing in paid. So it is not like we are going to teach. We are going, of course, we are going to teach something more. So it is always different to learn on YouTube and different to learn on Zoom. Zoom is a two-way communication. YouTube is a one-way communication. Okay, so that is the difference. two-way communication, whether one-way communication. In Zoom, our students stop us midway and ask us anything. So that is there. Okay. So that is there. And with this, I will end to this stream. Welcome, Priyanka, again. Thank you.